Hey guys, welcome to the Power Network. I'm Amy. In the latest saga of all my hidden true crimes, Stephanie is up. Stephanie, can you come out to stalk? Or the call is coming from inside the house, Stephanie. We've got more police body cam and more phone calls, y'all. And we also have a clip of Stephanie and Christina talking about the incident. I'm rolling the intro while the rest of the power crew comes in. Shout out to my replay crew. Love you, babies.
Carefully strumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude, your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue.
We're in the essence of gratitude on this Tuesday in January 2026. I am so grateful that I get to be here with my power crew again. So good to see you all. How's everyone doing? Yes, I saw last night there was some things that went down on Kresha's live. Kresha was talking about some Megan. She was talking about Megan, and her uncle came in and said some things that were unkind. And all I can say is that family issues are hard. They're hard. She did not deserve that. And yeah, just be kind to Kresha. She's going through a lot. Family issues are hard things to deal with. They really are. It's like what he said was really unkind, but it would I think hurt her even more if we started saying unkind things about her uncle. So yes, her uncle was unkind. Her uncle's hurting, just like that whole family is hurting. So I just urge everyone not to be a Lauren and come between the family and just, give her some understanding, but at the same time, um, it's like when you I can say bad things about my family, but you can't type of deal. So just remember that. I just urge everyone. And Kresha, if you're hearing this, if you need to talk, I can put things in the vault for you. I'm an ex-social worker. I know about confidentiality. And so we're always here for you, Kresha. Okay, so today we're actually going to be talking about Stephanie. Stephanie, can you come out and stalk with us? Stephanie, can you come out and play? Stephanie, the call is coming from inside the house. Stephanie. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. And not only that, but Christina and Stephanie did some things together, and we're going to go over that. So let me come over into chat, say how do, and we'll get it rolling. Also, I need to situate myself. I still haven't gotten my mic in yet, which I'm positive it's coming from China now. Had to get a mic with a light on it, right? Couldn't just have any old mic. It's got to be a mic with a light on it coming from outer space or somewhere. Okay. Got my coffee. But what's your beverage of choice today? I know I saw somebody say that it was 1 p.m. where they are, so I'm guessing you're in Australia or probably Australia. But I don't know. We've been getting a lot of people from Germany, from Europe. So, yeah, from various places in Europe. So. Big hugs to Kresha, indeed. My heart breaks for that woman on a daily basis. And I laugh because it's just like, that's what I do with uncomfortable stuff. I just feel horrible for her. Tea, always tea. I guess I should do tea, but I saw the other day that tea isn't as great for us as we think it is. But of course, I don't really think anything is as great for us as we think it is. I put collagen in my coffee, and so that's how I try to pretend like it's healthy or something. I put collagen and a few herbs and stuff in it. 1 p.m. in the UK. Ooh, just had lunch. It is midnight in the east coast of Australia. Oh, so it's midnight in Australia and 1K in the or 1 p.m. in the UK. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. So today we're coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you could just do that algorithm dance party that I like to do and just warm up your fingers and dance them right up to the hearts and thumbs up button. Helps us dance out into the algorithm and party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out, and it's really, really appreciated. And let me get my screen situated. I got a really nice email from Lindsay the other day. I'm not going to share it with you guys because I don't share those type of things unless, I talk to the person. But it was just a really nice email thanking me for my coverage. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I could tell like I think she was like speaking for the group of stalkers, the stalking OGs. But yeah, it was really nice of her to thank me for my thoughtful coverage and my goal to get it right. So like when I get it wrong, I correct myself. And yeah, so I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate the kind comments that Christina has been putting on some of our lives. And she also added me over on the Tiki Tacky streets. So I do appreciate all of that. And I do appreciate the people that are sharing some of my stuff over in the Reddit forum. So thank you. Yeah, I know. We've been getting a lot of people from I say we because I'm based in the United States and Florida. So I've been getting a lot of people from other countries, and it's really making me quite pleased because I like diversity. I can say bad things about my fundami, but dang, not during a live and be humiliated by it being dressed down by my godfather. Yeah. And that's another thing. That's our godfather. So I just don't think we should be piling onto Krusha's pain. Maybe like just hear what Krusha has to say, because that's still somebody she loves, is what I'm saying. It's nobody to us, but it's somebody that she loves and is her godfather. And I'm not saying it's nobody, but you know what I mean? Like he's nobody to me, right? He's somebody in the world, but to me, he's never like if something this hadn't happened, I would have never known him. So that's not coming out right, but you know what I mean. MISSISSI humpback I. Hello from Mississippi. That's how I learned to spell Mississippi. But it was snake eyes, snake eyes. M-I, snake eye, I, snake I, humpback, I. Okay, before we get in, though, I do want to do some fun things to lighten the mood. I got to get some music, got to get the energy flowing, because this kind of shit pisses me off, because I'm really pissed off. Oops, woo. Whew, just went right into the word, the cussy words. This kind of stuff makes me mad because of the fact that these women are all mothers, daughters wives, and these are not stalkers, and these people, the hidden true crime people, would have been just as happy to have them have records behind bars, tethers, mucking up the legal system for people that really are facing stalking and domestic violence and whatnot. So my background is in psychology and sociology. I was a social worker, women's in particular, for many years, and I am not happy. I am not happy. So I make a lot of jokes, but at the core of it, I'm pissed off. So I'm outraged. So let's get some fun stuff in before we get into the outrage. I was having fun with AI, and there was this AI. What was the name of it? Let me move me out of the way. I can't even think of the name of what the AI thing was that I was using, but I put some photos of the hidden true crime into AI, and it took the photos and roasted them. So this is a roast of hidden true crime of Gray Bay, Lauren Turd, and the good doc that I worked on.
I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
This is the wrong one. This was really hard for me to get out because I kept messing up the sound, so I had to put it out a few times. Hold on, that's the wrong one. Oopsie. See, no sound there. I had a hard time. Some days it's just like that with AI.
Oh, the struggle is real, can't you see? This existential crisis is killing me.
Hidden true crime and the stalking fable.
One hand up dramatic, eyes roll
With
to
her
the
trusty
sky.
sidekick, Gray Bay.
Life's just too hard, I might just cry. Who gave me this moment of pure despair? My suffering is beyond compare.
Why does this lady look like she's practicing her mugshot expressions? One photo's like I didn't do it, next one's maybe I did, and the last one's fine, I'll do it again. Holy shit, this is the most commitment I've seen outside my divorce lawyer's office.
Hey there. Feeling lonely? Whispers. I've got 6 moods of pure suburban desperation, waiting just for you. Sultry voice. Want to hear about my weekend errands? My meal prep fantasies? Breathes. Call now. Disappointment guaranteed.
By the sweating panic of a nervous MIB agent. Look at this smiling propaganda vector trying to normalize stalker recruitment. They want you to think this is just another cute true crime story when it's clearly a training manual for government-sanctioned harassment protocols. They're conditioning the population to accept surveillance as entertainment while building a database of psychological manipulation techniques. We're already inside the matrix of normalized predatory behavior, and nobody is seeing the truth. The dots are dotting. Agent Ass Hat, out.
Breaking news. Grayson's about to get a true crime documentary cosplay from this chipmunk on caffeine energy. Looks like a golden retriever who just found out true crime podcasts are basically investigative fan fiction. If Wikipedia had a spirit animal, this would be her chaotic neutral alignment. Suburban Nancy Drew vibes. Weaponized curiosity meets serial killer research aesthetic. Blonde forensic researcher energy. More excited about the murder than the murderer. This is what happens when Girl Scout detective camp meets late night internet rabbit holes.
Well, now looks like someone captured lightning in a bottle with this snapshot. 2 lovebirds looking like they just robbed the romance bank, and honey, the heist is smooth.
Look at us, so perfectly staged, smiling bright, our love artificially paged, black and white filter making us look deep, our origin story just a marketing leap. Oh, our love so curated, every moment calculated, pose for the camera, baby, make this moment totally maybe.
Observe the rare Homo graysonicus, a species distinguished by its unsettling ability to maintain sustained eye contact and an eerily cheerful demeanor. Here we witness its classic hunting technique, intense smiling while plotting maximum social discomfort. Truly a marvel of psychological warfare.
Guys.
I thought it was really interesting that they peeped out the giraffe thing, considering that she had given her son this giraffe pendant for Christmas. His last Christmas. She made it sound like it was last Christmas ever. So we've been talking over, I decided to show you the moment, what we're talking about. Might not know what we're talking about. But yesterday, Krusha had a live from Difficult Research. For people that don't know, Krusha is JJ Vallo's aunt, Tylee's, I guess, step aunt, but anyway, she is the aunt of Tylee and JJ. And she went on live and she was discussing Megan Connor's analysis, because she did another New Year's Eve analysis. And so she decided to go live and talk about it. And at the end of the live, her uncle came on and said a few things. It was right around here, I believe. Let me find the part where she goes off the screen, and then it was right around there. There.
I swear I drilled that in my head back, I don't know, when I first learned you probably should say allegedly. You can't just say things as fact, which is what they are doing, which blows my mind. Erasure, there you go. That's a good word. I feel like that's what they did to freaking Tylee, tried to do. Or maybe all of them to an extent, but it seems like Tylee, they just, anyways. Blah. I mean, we live in the same country, I do believe, and that's like this whole culture of convicting the person.
Flirty skills. You know what that reminds me of? I was watching something on cults the other day, and there's that cult that they do the flirty fishing with, where they make the people go out and do flirty fishing to draw in members, cult members. That's what that reminded me of. What's the Children of God or something called?
Before they're ever taken to trial, before they ever face their day in court, it's innocent until proven guilty. Look, I hate it just as much as the next person when it was Lori and Chad. And I was like, what? I don't understand. But you know what? I just needed to cool my jets and understand a little more about the law and how that works, the process.
We're almost there, you guys. I promise I won't stop it once it gets, but she's almost there where the comment comes up. I saw that this morning about the end of time's mother who has kidnapped her children, and there's a manhunt for her and her children in Europe. I considered covering it, so if you guys are interested, that's something that I would be interested in covering. Yeah, she does mirror, doesn't she?
Right. So, I mean, nobody's expecting anybody else to just come out and just know it, and I definitely don't want you to have to live it at all. Definitely not this way, but to just because it's right, because you want to give the other people the same respect that you're expecting and sometimes demanding, it seems, from these streets. So it's like, I mean, it's just the right thing to do. First off, we don't know until they're actually convicted in a court of law. And okay, I mean, it's so easy. It's just so easy just to adapt your, okay.
It's right here. She's reading it right now. It's really sad. Man, that's sad, Uncle Jerry. It really is. breaks my heart because you can tell. Look at her face. Is she so sad? I'd be sad too.
This is my family, y'all.
Because, you know, I've shared with you, I've had to disengage with my family, some of them, and it's really heartbreaking because, like, I feel the same way. I don't want anyone to talk poorly of them, even though, you know, the treatment. But it's just like, it's really heartbreaking that the family would choose Lauren. Like, Lauren has created such a divide in this family that they would choose Lauren. And I'm sure it's because she's used her titles, Dr. John's included. She loves to use Dr. John's titles. She uses them to her benefit. And so I'm sure the titles, we've gone over this, you know, Dr. Yon being a behavioral super doc, and, you know, her being a for realsy, reals, not any of those fake tourist type of lawyer, or not lawyer, sorry, reporter. She's for realsies, and looks like Jerry's fallen for it.
She weaponized everything and everybody. That to me is sad. I love you.
We love you back, Crusha. I know you weren't saying
wow,
it, but we love you and support you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren, and Grayson and John. It's all three of them.
Yeah, that was awkward and uncomfortable. Yeah, that's so sad. Let me go off camera for a minute.
Okay, I understand. We're almost done. But this is what everyone's talking about this morning, so we are going to talk about it in the beginning. And she has it still up, so I don't think it's something, if she tells me to talk about it, of course I wouldn't talk about it. But I think she wants us to know these horrible things that are happening to her on behalf of hidden true crime. If they're not doing it, they're influencing somebody to do it. I'm sorry, and I'm a Gen X. It makes me, and I would never do this, but it makes me want to punch him right in the face. That's how I feel. Just a quick pop in the nose. But, you know, that's not allowed.
Okay.
We're in 2026. It's a new era.
When people ask what's going on, please tell them.
We will, Crusha. And if it were allowed, we'd pop him in the face for you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying.
Yes, that's why I'm saying don't go after him.
It's just a game to her.
I mean, Crusha, Lauren obviously has gotten to Jerry. You know, I really believe it's like their degree. People don't want to believe that professionals could do this kind of bullshit. They just don't want to believe it. But I mean, I believe it because I've seen it too many times. I've worked with people like this, and they're just there's people that just don't have like they don't have the capability of ever being good. There's something fundamentally, and I hate saying that because my background is psych social, but because of it, I know there are some people that you just can't reach. You can't reach them. And I really feel like Lauren is one of those people. She's just one of those people that's gonna, like Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I was working on her case earlier today, and it's like pretty amazing that there's just people that no matter what, they just come back. And I think Lauren's one of those people. And she will turn anybody she can to her side. It would make me feel awfully guilty coming between a family. Like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
This is my real fucking life. You know? She's okay with that too.
Somebody did say
I'm not
that.
okay with anybody.
I don't know him, but was he drinking? Somebody said he might have been imbibing. So, I mean, he might be going through his own personal demons. And yeah, so hopefully they can work this out. I really hope they can work this out.
It's okay with that. I've never.
Tiffany is connected because she's one of the stalkers because she's connected to the HTC case, and Jerry's connected because he came on alive yesterday and was talking about Crash Up. So there's the connection. I mean, I don't know why you're asking that.
Never had him talk. Nobody in my family has ever talked to me like that. He's my godfather on top of that. It's just, it really fucking sucks.
All right. Well, all right.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a Valo. I mean, how fucking awesome is that, Lauren? Yeah. Yeah, well, we're probably going to cut this one short, y'all.
Okay, so that was it. She did cut it short, and let's come over here to Hidden True Crime, and I want to see Gary Vallow interview. Oops. Okay, let's look at the interview for a second, and then we're going to go into Stephanie's stuff. Let's look at a
drilling rig in West Texas, and I worked a 12-hour shift. Just took a shower. Matter of fact, I was leaning back in a chair, working on a half gallon of Bluebell chocolate ice cream, and the phone rang. Kay said, "Jerry, hold on, let me get Bobby on the phone." And she got my little brother on the phone, and she told me that Charles had been shot and killed by Alex.
Oh, were you asking who he was in relations? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Drilling rig in West Texas.
I thought you were meaning like, what does Jerry have to do with anything? I'm really sorry. I didn't understand what you were saying. Yes. Jerry is Charles Vallow's brother, the same as Kay Woodcock. Jerry was known for saying, "We got the bitch" comment to press after the trial. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Like, I thought you were saying, like, why are we even talking about him? That's what I thought you were saying.
We are here with Jerry Vallow.
Okay, I didn't even realize that she's sitting right next to him. She is sitting right next to him. Oh.
Hey.
Good friend. And Jerry is Charles. We are here with Jerry Vallow.
Hey.
Good friend. And Jerry is Charles Vallow's brother. And you were in court.
Okay, she's talking really slow today. Look how slow. What day was this? This was 8 months ago. Let me put it back on regular speed. She's talking really, really slow. Were they drinking?
And you saw that verdict, and you're at the press conference. Thank you for doing this interview with Hidden True Crime with me. And the other, we have somebody else here too that you're petting.
This is Lily. Hey.
Lily's a therapy dog that actually belongs to my producer Grayson, and you two have connected. And your shirt, you have some. You're a dog lover.
I am. I love dogs. I love all animals.
Yeah. How are you feeling today? We had a guilty verdict yesterday. Lori, your one sister-in-law, Lori Vallow Daybell, was murdering your brother. How are you feeling today?
vindicated that she was found guilty, of course. We all knew that she would be.
Yes, of course. We always want you to take care of yourselves first.
Pretty much, but you never can tell what a jury will. We felt confident that with the evidence that Trina presented, that it was a open and shut case. And I just, today I'm feeling very good. And today's a great day. It really is.
Jerry, you haven't, over the last 6 years, done a lot of interviews. You have been interviewed. You were even on Dateline, weren't you?
Yes.
But, your sister, Kay Woodcock, has been, able to do a lot of the interviews and fought for justice for JJ and Tylee. And I bet you have a lot to say.
I do. Well, in Idaho, that was a different story because it was about Tylee and JJ, and it was their trial, and it was Kay and Larry's story. And I was camera shy anyway, so I just didn't want to go public. And I was asked many times, and I never accepted. And now was my brother's trial, and
I agree.
It was time for me to speak out. So after the verdict was read, guilty,
And in no way sending any hate or anything towards Jerry, because I believe he's a victim, just like Krasha is, and many people seem to fall into this woman's snare for whatever reason. So she's a good ass kisser. She knows how to play her professional card and John's professional card very well. And I think that's what she's done. Also, I mean, Jerry and Krusha know each other. Like, Jerry probably knows bullshit Krusha's been done in her life, and vice versa. I mean, we've all done bullshit in our life. I don't care who you are. You've done some kind of BS in your life. So there's that too. They know each other's BS, and they don't know. He doesn't necessarily know Lauren's BS yet. So I just there is no hate towards him. I actually feel really sorry for him.
When I walked outside, we faced the cameras for the first time. And I just walked straight up to him and I said, Jerry, you can do this. You can do this. And I walked straight up to the bank of cameras.
The setup is just freaking weird. Like, they're using a coffee table for a mic, for their mic stand. They've got these glasses here, these ice water glasses, which I bet you they were wine glasses or whatever before. And they're sitting side by side. That's weird. Why okay, it doesn't matter.
50 of them or so. And I just went out there and I talked, and it was easy. And I couldn't believe that I thought it would be so hard. It was incredible.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
And you were standing by two of your sisters, Susan and Kay.
Mm-hmm.
Susan stood there.
I don't mean to stop. I keep stopping this because I keep reading your guys' comments, but I mean, look at Grayson's eyes. I could have looked at Grayson's eyes and her body language and told you that chick has some anxiety. I mean, you can look at me, just the way that I talk, and you can tell, I can tell, but maybe you can't tell, but the way like my voice kind of stops and starts a little bit, it's got like a little shake to it. That's anxiety there. When people have that same thing, I can tell it's a little bit of anxiety. And the way that people, like, when I get out in public, I'm a completely different person. My body language is completely closed off. That's anxiety. People think I'm a bitch actually in person because I turn inward and I get really shy. And so people think it's more like me thinking I'm bigger and better than other people, but it's really just me trying to convince myself that I deserve to take up space, right? So you have to be careful about that with some people, because like you think that they're being hoity, but they're just, I can kind of pick up that no, they're just, it's their anxiety. But I could just look at it, Grayson, and tell you that girl has anxiety. But what I can't tell you is on that police body cam, why she freaking changed her shirt. Like, why that takes up space in my brain. Why did she go from that tight white shirt to the tight, even smaller black shirt? I don't get it.
She's also a little shy. She didn't end up speaking, but you spoke and Kay spoke. Did it feel good?
It felt very good. You know, it just felt very good. And I had my arm around Kay.
I know,
and
right?
then Susan, I think at one point, and because Susan is so shy, she just doesn't want to say anything. And it was just a good thing. It got a lot of stress and anger out of me. It felt good. It really did.
Good. I can't imagine what you've been going through the last 6 years, and knowing the day. When did you first learn that Charles had been shot and killed? Can I ask you that? Can I go back to 2019?
Yes, Kay had called me. I was working on a drilling rig in West Texas, and I worked a 12-hour shift, just took a shower. Matter of fact, I was leaning back in a chair working on a half gallon of blue.
That she purposely sat next to him like this to gain his whatever? Like, is this something she's using? Because this is not a very even comfortable interviewing position.
Bluebell chocolate ice cream.
Looking at each other.
And the phone rang. Kay said, Jerry, hold on, let me get Bobby on the phone. And she got my little brother on the phone, and she told me that Charles had been shot and killed by Alex. And that's how I found out.
What went through your mind? Did you know that this was murder right away? Did you know this is?
No, I didn't know it was murder. I just knew that it just didn't sound right.
Yeah.
You know, self-defense. Charles went in there with a bat to try and smack Alex in the head, and he shot him in self-defense. It just didn't ring right with
that. A married woman would sit. I don't know. I don't want to like get into that, but it's just like not a way. Like, it's a married woman doesn't typically sit that close to another man, let alone in an interview. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just, and she's a reporter, so it's just like it seems like you're used to camera setups and scene setups, and like you're supposed to be a professional. You're a for realsies. You're not a trial tourist. So what the F are you doing here?
Didn't.
Yeah.
It's not even like this half picture is in it. It's not even this. I don't know. But I don't like her. I don't like her. So I could pick her apart all day long. You know, like I could give some people the next person that I like, I might give grace, right? But I don't like her because she acts like she knows more than us. Like she's bigger and better, and she's a for real reporter. So what the fuck is this? This doesn't look like a for realsy setup to me.
And then what? I mean, were you close to Lori? Did you try calling Lori?
No, I was never close to Lori. Matter of fact, when Charles first met her and I first met her, I didn't tell Charles, but I told myself there's something about her that I don't like, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I just really couldn't.
Oh, well,
but there was something about her I didn't like, and
I would have met Lori and been like, yeah, there's something wrong with this one. Lori probably would have been the person that have you ever met somebody where everybody seems that they're just the best thing since sliced toast, and you're like, really? You really? There's something wrong with them, don't you think? You know, and then you've got to be the one to either suck it up or, you got to be the one to suck it up until like they show their true colors, and it sucks.
Proved to be true.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we talked about how dogs know human beings, and sometimes human beings know human beings. Sometimes we trust our gut, sometimes we don't. But did you think she was involved?
Right. Not at first. No.
When did you start realizing this was more, and that Lori?
Well, as the months.
Bobby Joe, is that Bobby with an I, the police officer? Is that who you're talking about?
Wore on, and all the other things started coming out, like the kids were missing. I knew that they were either hidden in a cave somewhere or they were dead. And I suspected the latter. I really did.
Did you suspect that before Kay or others? Or
well, I think Kay might have known but didn't want to accept it or something. But I kind of knew that.
Strange question to ask. Did you know before everyone else?
She couldn't produce them, so
right.
They weren't hidden in a cave, so they're dead. They killed them.
Yeah. And then of course their remains were found.
Right.
What was that day like for you? Were you talking to Kay a lot during this? Your other Susan, your other siblings, Bobby, during this time?
Kay, I was always so busy working that I just couldn't carry my phone,
right,
on the oil rig. So I would look at it when I got off of work, and I would get texts from Kay, updates, and all that.
That's sort of how the Vallow family was communicating. Kay would kind of say, hey, this is going on.
Right. And she would call or whatever. And it's hard to explain.
Yeah. And you don't need to.
But I will when I face her in court, and I'll tell her when I get to face the devil in the eye. And when I make the victim's impact statement, it will be epic, and you need to be there.
I'll be there. That'll happen after Brandon's.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Let's move forward.
She was horrible.
I stop and play things. I talk over it. This is for commentary. This is all my opinion, my research. We urge you to go out there and do your own. Everything that we view today, I will put over in the YouTube show notes. We do this to cite our sources and for fair use.
She was bad.
Yeah. That had to have been difficult to watch, though, like every day, like hearing her.
I wanted to throw something at her, but
Right. You didn't.
I wanted to, and I had it in my hand, but I didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't fathom what it would be like to listen to her try to argue a family tragedy.
It was sickening. It really was sickening. Family tragedy, right?
Yeah.
Bitch, you killed him. So.
You're right. Hey, you know what? Your anger is justified. She did that.
But I'm not.
I can't stand her. I really can't stand her. You know what? Jerry? Your anger is justified.
I don't. Well, I can't say that, but so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you don't have to go there. You can. We'll listen to your victim impact statement.
She definitely. That's flirty behavior right there.
Yeah, it'll be epic.
I'll be there for it. What did you think about how the court presented everything? Was there any new evidence that you didn't know about, or did you know it all?
Well, I never saw close-ups of Charles's bullet wounds, and that was hard to see. Matter of fact, I think I looked down because I know what a 45 caliber bullet can do to your chest, and then when you're laid on the floor, get shot in the stomach, and so it wasn't real nice to see. I didn't like it.
Amber from Into the Weeds podcast said that she saw her at CrimeCon, and she said every time she saw her, she noticed her. She said Lauren is someone who gets noticed, and that is somebody who gets noticed knows that they get noticed and does things to get noticed.
At all.
I did notice that too. Again, for those that aren't in the courtroom, you understand where I was, but the media was behind you. You were in front too. We couldn't always see your faces if you looked to the side. The screens were on the sides, right? So you looked to the side, so I could see, and I did very often during those graphic photos of your brother. I saw you would look down, or Kay would look down, or Susan would look down. But you did look up sometimes. You saw. That would have been hard.
People like that are very dangerous. She's always plotting, always. She is somebody who wakes up in the morning and thinks, how can I destroy somebody's life? I mean, that's how I know I'm a good person, basically. And I don't wake up in the morning and think, like, how can I harm other people? But I believe that this woman wakes up in the morning and does do that.
Well, Melanie told me, she said, yeah, I saw you. I could see the back of your bald head. Okay, yeah, that was me. But geez, it just wasn't pretty. I didn't like it.
Yeah. And this might be too much to ask, forgive me, but I'm still a little bit confused as to the wounds on his knees a little bit too. Do you think there was a scuffle in there, or do you think?
Contrary to TV and popular belief,
I think the morning she woke up and was supposedly in a ball telling Dr. Yan that she wanted to end things, I think something big was about to happen, and that was her way to pull Grayson, Gray, and John back into her, not to leave her. Because after a while, like somebody who has so much drama all the time, their drama becomes your drama, and it becomes so intense that you're living for their drama. And so I think something big was happening that day, and that's why she pulled the end of life card.
Shot in the chest. It doesn't throw you against the wall backwards. It just goes through you. And he fell to his knees, put his hand to his chest and fell backwards. And that's when he laid down. And that's when he was dying. He wasn't dead. When he was shot again, and it traveled through his body and came out his shoulder.
What did that
It's
second shot?
interesting that you say that it's about her and money, because I was over on Reddit and this is very confusing to me. And maybe somebody can explain this to me. The hidden homestead. Have you heard this, that they are creating a homestead and a studio? Is this something? So over on Reddit, somebody said, as of January 2026, Lauren and Dr. John Matthias continue to document the development of the hidden homestead in Henderson, Nevada. The custom-built residence is designed to serve as both their family home and the headquarters for their podcast, Hidden True Crime. A primary feature of the home is a state-of-the-art studio specifically built for high-end audio and video production of the Hidden True Crime podcast and YouTube channel. The homestead name reflects the rugged mountainous site in Henderson. The couple has targeted 2026 for final completion and studio launch. The project is situated in a high-demand area of Henderson near other luxury mountainside developments like, I don't know how to say that, so Acacia? Is that it? Acacia? And McDonald Highlands, which are also seeing a surge in custom-designed high-tech homes. The Matthias have stated that the homestead is intended to be a content hub where they can host experts for in-depth interviews on criminal psychology and forensic journalism. The design prioritizes privacy and security, particularly following Lauren Matthias's public discussion in late 2025 regarding personal safety concerns while doing investigative work. What the F is all of this? Here's where the link takes you. Have you guys heard about this? They're building a studio home. Really? A multi-million... Oops, hold on. I got to turn the ad blocker off. What is this? I'm annoyed today, you guys. I was screaming at ChatGPT earlier. Multi-million-dollar home community in Henderson breaks ground. Construction has started on 51 multi-million-dollar homes in Henderson's affluent, what would you say that, development on the edge of the Las Vegas Valley. Blue Heron is the architect designer behind the Canyon project. We hope you appreciate our so then does it show me pictures? Oh yeah, here's some pictures. So this is where they're going to be building their studio home. Which, what a weird name. What were they calling it? I can't even remember what they were going to call it. The homestead, hidden homestead. That is so LDS. It's so freaking LDS. I was just watching a video the other day, yesterday, on these new homesteads, and they're putting them like in greenhouses. So, well, this is in Nevada, but some places like over in Sweden, they're like literally putting them inside greenhouses so that you can go outside year round. Like your yard will be inside the greenhouse. So will be snowing or raining, and your kids can be out there playing, and all of your wastewater, they like so this would all be in a greenhouse here, right? And then over here, like your wastewater would go into here, and this would be your garden. It's just like really interesting to me that now Lauren and Jan are building a multi-million-dollar home and studio. I went over because I was very interested in this. And I said, Hidden True Crime building a studio. And the AI overview says the query Hidden True Crime building a studio seems to refer to Hidden True Crime. And then it goes into who they are. The creators of Hidden True Crime, Lauren and Dr. John Matthias, are part of the roster at Crime House. So the Hidden True Crime Studio connection, podcast and YouTube channel. Hidden True Crime is a true crime brand hosted by investigative journalist Lauren Matthias and her husband, forensic psychologist Dr. John Matthias. They discuss the psychological facets and hidden motivations behind previous crimes. There's Pave Studios and Crime House. Pave Studios launched Crime House just over a year ago, around late 2024, early 2025, specifically as a creator-first studio dedicated to true crime content. The goal is to help true crime storytellers build long-term franchises with infrastructure and creative freedom. So there's a collaboration. Lauren and Dr. John Matthias have joined the Crime House roster, featuring in the studio's growing portfolio of original series. So it sounds like to me, and this is all alleged, I haven't fully fleshed the site what this is yet, but it sounds to me like they're building their own true crime studio, and they're going to try to get people to come to their studio and pay them and whatnot, and so that they will have a market on what gets out there. And I'm sure that this is somehow, and this is just my opinion, somehow connected to Mormonism, because I've been doing this, and I think the Mormon Church is somehow funding Hidden True Crime, and I haven't proved it yet, but this is all allegedly for entertainment. This is all my research. We urge you to go out there and do that, but this is what it's looking like to me. Building a true crime studio. This is just so if you guys know anything about this, please let me know over on LinkedIn. The True Crime House era begins when Pave Studios, I hope I'm saying it might be Pave. I'm saying Pave, but I don't know. Launched Crime House just over a year ago. We set out to create something different, a creator-first studio where the best storytellers in true crime could build long-term franchises with the infrastructure, creative freedom, and platform strategy to scale. Hold on. Somebody keeps texting me. I got to stop and make sure nothing's wrong. You know, like when you get all those, you're live and you keep getting texts and you're like, you ignore it, and that could be like the death of you for some reason. Let me just make sure nobody's telling me something. I'm saying something horrible. Oh no, it's a text saying my meds are coming today. They're a day late. Actually, they were supposed to come on the 31st. If you know my saga with my medication, it's always late. And so it wasn't supposed to come till Tuesday, but it's coming today. So it'll only be 6 days late. Like I said, I can go about a week without my meds and everything's fine. And then after a week, shit starts going downhill. So I'm glad they're coming today. But let me just check one more place to make sure I'm good. How's everyone doing today? Yesterday was back to work, right? For most people. I'm glad I'm not on a 9-to-5 life anymore. I don't think it's a natural way to live. Okay. Just got in. I hope you're all well. Yes, thank you for saying that. I hope you're well too. Cosmic Crafts and Crime. Oh, I want to get into crafts and crime. I'm on day 2 of stomach. Oh, there's a lot of people with the bug going around. So I hope that you continue to heal, friend. Trisha, Megan, and Duty, are you getting all the franchise money too? Like, this is kind of making sense, is it not? Why all the Mormonism and how did this is making sense. How did she get on this Mormon thing on Christmas Eve? Was it Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? Whatever day she did it. I don't know. My days are blending into one another. So I think he's planning to scoop up ex-Mormons. Not still. Yeah, I think so. I think, and are they building a community, a planned community? Because that's where everybody's going. Like, I have a dream. My goal is to create I want my own planned little house community. Like, I want to find like-minded people, find some land, and create a community of little houses where we're all just, like, we basically have the same, we don't have to think and say the same things, but we have the same values. And I think that's the way the world is going, that we're all going to be going more towards community because we get lost without our communities. You're pretty depressed, the season, the situation. Yeah. Sending you love. I'm sorry you're feeling that way. I get to go to the GI specialist tomorrow. Woo! Maybe they can find out what's wrong with you, though. We'll look at it like that. You're so moving to Amy Land. Yay! Sis, same 8 here, love. I hope we get better. Oh, I hope you guys get better. I know I don't go out too much, so I hope I don't pick up what's been going around. But I know that a lot of you guys aren't feeling too hot. So getting back to this planned community, this Pave Studios, the model is proving out. In our first year, we've launched 8 original series. All have broken into the top 10 podcast charts. We're developing double-digit month-over-month growth and reaching millions of listeners and views. Our roster included some of the most influential voices of true crime, horror, and mystery. Morgan Absher, 2 Hot Takes, 60 million annual listens. Kaylin Moore, Heart Starts Pounding, 750 million views. Heidi Wong, 10 million followers. Kate Ring, 1 million followers. Sabrina, Dina, Ronga, and Corey. Are these, you guys, are these Mormons? We're just going to be lazy and run this through Sal, my chat GBT, and just have them. Please tell me, are these Mormon content creators? Let's see. The short answer, no, not in the way you're asking. Longer answer below. Are these Mormon content creator known for 2 Hot Takes? Not publicly Mormon? No. So it looks like they're not. These creators are not Mormon creators and do not produce Mormon frame content. They are mainstream true crime, horror, mystery voices. I haven't heard of any of them, though. I think that's weird. Let me look at them again. I mean, not to say that I know everybody, because I don't. I hardly know anybody. But who are they? Can you pull up some pictures of these people so I can see who they are? Can you pull up some pictures so I can see who they are? Maybe it's going to be like Bohemian Grove. Maybe. She's got one foot in each world. I need to know more about Pava. Yeah, we're gonna go into that in just a minute. But I just want to see who these people are. Are these the I don't know who they are. Two hot takes. I don't even know who Heidi Wong is. It's making me second guess my whole life here, I guess. Okay, let's come back here. Following the September launch of Crime House Daily, we're expanding our fast-growing portfolio of originals with 2 more creator-led video-first series, Crimes of, a weekly anthology series hosted by Sabrina Dina Roga and Corinne. Then Season 1 explores the real crimes that inspired Hollywood's most iconic horror villains, from Norman Bates to Buffalo Bill. Each season will tackle a new theme, from infamy to unsolved cases to mysterious disappearances. Twisted Tales marks the podcast debut of Heidi Wong, one of the fastest rising voices in horror storytelling. Haunted Dolls and Cursed Houses. Sounds like all the stuff I do. So it looks like they're trying to do a crime house of their own, a crime studio of their own. Let's look at Pave Studios really quick. Or Pave. Oh, it's probably Pave, because they're saying paving the way. So Pave Studios, paving the way for a new era in media, creators, content, and community coming together. There are like kind of the network. It's what they're doing is they're creating a network. That's why I changed the Parawomen Radio to the Power Network, because we do have, like, I was speaking to Shannon and she asked, her and her sister want to do a craft and paranormal series where they're crafting and telling scary stories to each other, or paranormal stories. And so I have had other content creators approach me and they want to put their shows on my network. And so it sounds like they're doing a larger scale of that, because that's where YouTube is kind of leading towards. Paving the way for, yeah, okay. So, but there's no mention of Dr. Yan and Lauren on this, but let me know if you want me to do a deep dive on this, and we'll do a specific live where we come back and take a peek at all of this, because this looks like where they're headed. And has anyone heard this? I guess I'm presenting it to you because I saw this morning over there, the homestead idea. And I this is the first I've heard of it. On Reddit, the comments are, oh, geez, I hope no experts even want to. I mean, I think they were planning all of this before this all went down. And so Lauren's loose lips and her knives in everybody's back is in particularly something bad. And so maybe this is why when we see Dr. Yan at the Grayson apartment saying, like, our ship is about to sink, we can't let this go down. Like, they have put all their money into this house studio partnership type thing, and it's just like even more detrimental. And is this why Lauren keeps going on? Because she has to, because like this is a $2, $3, $4, $5 million home that they're building right now. Because we know they make about, like, one of our fellow content creators went in and tallied up all the money that they thought that John and Lauren possibly were making, and it's a hefty sum. Shoot, I think it was this woman here, actually. I wanted to take a, we're not going to have time to do it, but I think it's this Dream Feed Media. I think it is. Maybe not. Yeah, this one right here. Income.
To me, the word grift.
she goes in and she breaks it all down, and she tells what they're making weekly. And she even went into Kendall Ray and Lights Out. I really like these people. I like Kendall Ray and their whole series. But yeah, so, and they're making a pretty penny. It came out to and this was just, I feel like it was like being like on the low ball scale. It was like between 2 and 3 million a year. I'm sure they're making more than 2 and 3 million. I would say it's probably it's closer to 5 million a year, but that's just my guess. So what do you guys think? Do you think they're creating a studio system for hidden true crime? All right, so I say all that and we're like an hour into it, and I'm finally bringing us over to what the meat and potatoes of this is. Stephanie the stalker. She's in the stalking seat. You don't know, honestly? Kendall Ray has been accused of exploiting victims too. I think anybody that does true crime will eventually be accused of that. Doesn't mean that it's true. Lauren is so much like Lori Daybell. Her look, her flirty approach. Yeah, it's weird and creepy and gross. And yeah, it's like it's her role model. I wonder what Kendall thinks about, because I know they supported the Thorne, that Ashton Kutcher, hold on a second, you guys. I got the little bird's making some noises. I got to run and check on him really quick. I do have a little bird that I take. Well, you guys know I have a little bird. He comes first. So I'm going to throw on some music really quick and go pop in and see what's well, actually this is even better. This is something it's a spoof, and I haven't watched it all, so I don't know how mean it is, but this is a spoof on Not Lauren Matthias, on her hidden true crime, on her 9.5 hour nonsense. I'll be right back, you guys.
I didn't want to do this, but I must speak my truth. I am being stalked, and I filed for a civil stalking injunction. I'm being followed, monitored, observed, photographed, threatened, and having information disseminated about me. You okay? I had another scheduled court hearing to make the civil stalking injunction permanent. But law and crime were going to live stream it. I never in my life ever heard of a civil stalking injunction being stoned. It's not fair that just because I make all my money off monetizing other people's pain, that they should do that to me. I've always said two wrongs don't make torturous interference. I experienced ideation and thought this so hard. I'm a very private person because I want to protect my child. My child, wherever he is right now. I can't get out of bed, which is why my assistant Gray Skull is in my bedroom filming me. There's been a whisper campaign involving other creators and former associates spreading lies. I've been forced to speak out publicly to reclaim my narrative. You people don't understand the impact this has had on my husband's health and my family. Now please send me money because I need it for my physical safety and emotional well-being. Thank you. Civil stalking injunction.
The end.
Hi, everyone.
And scene. Okay, let me get us together and let's get into the Christina Stephanie situation. So Every Day with Jay put out a new police body cam. It has Stephanie and Christina discussing the Lauren Matthias body cam call. And she also went through it yesterday. So we're going to be popping back and forth between those two videos. Everything that we view today, like I said, I will put down in the YouTube show notes. We do this to cite our sources and for fair use. Carolina, the damage these people have done to these victims' family is heart-wrenching. It really is. Stalking injunction. They're also... Hold on. There's info about Kendall Ray out there. There's info about everybody out there. If they use Dad's net worth statement, then Dad holds the mortgage. If they use Dad's net worth statement, what does that mean? I need to know how her child was even aware of it. Well, I think her child's aware of it because she built the child's playroom in a closet right next to her so-called studio. And did she make the playroom soundproof? And if she did, or did she make her room soundproof? Because it wouldn't be a good idea to soundproof a playroom because then you wouldn't know what they were getting into in there. So it would be better to soundproof your room, but I doubt she soundproofed her room. So I think, and also somebody, I didn't double check it for myself, but somebody said that in their New Year's or their Christmas Eve video, they thought they saw the little boy's arms and legs over to the side. So it's like he was right there in the room with them. Good morning. So let's get into it. Like I said, everything that we viewed today, I will put down in the YouTube show notes.
There was static. I hope the static's gone. Hello, all my little cooters. Welcome in and welcome back. If you guys missed the premiere, we are going to go over this video. So you guys, this has been in the works. I want to start out by applauding Stephanie for her release of her call with the cop. Okay. I think
John's parents. Yeah. I didn't even know that they were building a house. I knew nothing about that. I thought that they had just redone the house that they lived in. I thought they had just redone John's office to make it not look like, I don't know, like he was a hoarder or something with all those books. So I didn't know they were building a new home. Now I know they're not going anywhere because they can't. Lauren's going to come back time and time again because she's got to pay for that house and studio. And they're going to stay. I believe that they're being funded by the Mormon Church. And I think they'll be getting people like, this is just my opinion too, people like Megan and Trisha, and not people that they want now. They're delegated to these kind of people, but they're going to take them because that's all there is.
It took tremendous not only support from Christina and the rest of the girls, but it just took a lot of strength to have to deal with this. And I just want to say I'm really sorry to Stephanie for everything that she's been put through as well by Lauren. It's pretty gross. So I was thinking that maybe we could start, and that's why I wasn't live earlier, you guys. So I wasn't live earlier because I was waiting for the finalization of this. I was waiting for Stephanie to approve her edit and to be able to put this out. And as soon as I got approval was when I made my live stream. Okay. So, and I wanted to get their version with their commentary out.
It makes sense why she married him if he has all that money and his family can provide that. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Before I dropped.
There is no chemistry between those two. I can't even imagine them procreating to create that child. I cannot imagine it.
the raw body cam as well. I agree. All of these women. Hold on. Let me pin. Where's your comments? Why don't I have your comments up here? Hold on. You get to see some back office stuff. And tomorrow I'm going to be live as well. I have that set up. I'm ahead of the game. All right, hold on. Let me get my chat popped out here.
I feel ahead of the game too because I got my Florida Woman Friday ready to go.
Man, like this is a competition to be a personal assistant and you're leaving an Apple core in the guy's van. I just can't. So I was on edge because they go.
Hi, Lindsay. Lindsay says, anyways, I don't know if my text went through, but I find it so gross the way Lauren always seems to look at the family members of murdered victims that when they have to witness photos of their murdered loved ones. Yes, she really examines their faces, but she examines people. She's one of those people that really examines your face. And I've never seen her in person, but she strikes me as one of those people that will look you from the bottom of your toes up to your head and not give a fuck if you notice it.
Go around and they do this voting thing, and then they put them on blast. Thank you. At the end of the day, I enjoy my work. I like working because I enjoy my work. You're recovering from the holiday. That sounds like a nice, relaxing.
Forward so we can get it to the start.
So we're going to go to videos, and then we're going to pull up just the straight. If you guys want to find them, go to my videos.
Okay.
And we have 2025.
Okay, so it looks like what Jay's doing here is taking us from the very beginning and taking us through. I'm gonna do this for a little while so I can get a basic remembering of this these calls, because you listen to it once and it's good, but sometimes when you listen to things over and over again, you pick up things that you didn't on the first, second, third. So let's do that.
Lauren and Grayson. And let me get the make sure my captions are there. Okay, here we go.
There you go. See? Hi.
Hello.
Lily, off.
You Grayson, or
Yes.
okay? Okay. So how can I help you today?
I'm gonna get rid of
Remember the initial call. Remember the initial call was extortion.
I need to run stand. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Officer.
Hey, awesome.
Where do we start?
I want to pop us over here real quick and take a look at this OG stalker. I don't see Stephanie in here. So we have Christina. She's the OG stalker number one. I would put Janice and Lindsay. These two are, even though Jay has it as, and I know Stephanie was called, what was she? She was called contractor number one, but I would call them these two OG stalkers, 1 and 2. And then there's Lori Hellis, there's Liz, there's Crossbody Sarah, and there's Lori Don't Talk to Lindsay. So I guess Stephanie needs to be added here.
So she's a public figure online.
Okay.
And we have people threatening to extort her. This started in April. They started with public threats. We have pretty good solid proof that former employers had hacked her iCloud account.
Okay.
And then posted stuff online that they were gonna go public with her messages, and then
Private messages.
Yeah, and things settled down. And then the last couple weeks things have been ramping up again. We've got somebody sent us an email today that was sent out.
This has gone as far as New Vision and
long drive, so I'm a true crime reporter.
The thing about liars, they will anchor their lies in truth, in a thread of truth, so that it's hard to know, right? They anchor their lie with a truth.
Okay.
Like log
good ones do it.
One crime. I wonder if we should piece in Gigi too, as like the whole shit and shebang. Want me to? I can pull up Gigi. You know, call Gigi.
If you call Gigi.
You want me to call Gigi? You want to piece Gigi in as we go too?
I did see over on Reddit that somebody mentioned that Gigi, where is that? Gigi shares more context of her phone calls. Says Grayson said she went through LM's phone without her knowing to find Gigi's phone number. So they say Gigi has popped back up on Reddit to share more of her experience and adding context conveniently missing from LM and Grayson's account of things. Gigi was already dealing with so much during this time. The last thing she needed or wanted was to listen to Grayson's complain about anonymous emails. A copy of her comment is shared below. I try to stay out of this whole mess, but sometimes I want to set things straight so there's no confusion or speculation. It was me. I was blocked. I had blocked Lauren's phone to not deal with this mess, and an unknown number called me. With my Grammy in ICU, sometimes the doctors call on out-of-state numbers, so I answered, and it was Grayson. How disgusting. The comment was made after several minutes of trying to be nice and explain to Grayson my Grammy was in ICU. I hadn't slept in 3 days after taking the red eye out of Phoenix. When I got the call, she was critically sick, and I wanted no part of this. But she kept going on and on. Eventually she got that side out of me. I was in a hot parking garage in June, waiting to go back up to ICU after running home to take a shower and get more clothes for that night. After being interrogated for way too long, I lost my temper and told her that people know what's going on. People are pissed. They want it public and want Lauren's head on a platter. I meant it as a figure of speech, obviously. I would never threaten anyone ever. Edited to add, I never mentioned a single name to her. It was a general statement. And to add to this, Grayson told me she went into Lauren's phone without her knowing to get my number to call me when she was alone to find out what was going on. Now, I don't believe that. I believe she said that, but I believe that was the story that Lauren and Gray came up with together. Call Gigi, but Gigi has me blocked, so I can't do it. So you call Gigi and say that you made. She is setting Gray up for a fall. Lauren is. She's gonna take the fall. So anyway, that's an updated comment on our beloved Gigi, what she had to say about it all. People were saying, I don't believe Grayson that she went into, someone else doesn't believe it too, phone without her knowing to get Gigi's number and to call her. Because if she was going into Lauren's phone and doing that behind her back, then Gray would have to go. Because that's illegal. It's illegal to go into somebody's phone, I would imagine, especially your employers, and go behind their back and contact another content creator. Like producers just don't fucking do that. Oops. They don't freaking do that. They don't. I don't believe it. I don't believe a lot of what they say. If she did, Lauren was sharing her phone password irresponsibly again. But I do believe Gigi that Grayson told her that. I believe Lauren fully knew that Grayson was going to call Gigi, and I believe Lauren actually asked her to do it. I believe that too. And it wouldn't surprise me if Lauren even asked Grayson to then lie about it. No, that doesn't surprise me either. And I feel like Lauren or Grayson would be happy to lie about it. I think they realized Lauren's number was blocked, so they used Grayson. Poor Gigi. Yeah, poor Gigi, especially since her Grammy was dying and is now passed on. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should really be ashamed of themselves. And I like totally get what Gigi was saying, like head on a platter. It's just a saying. When I was having my issues with, I said to somebody, I said, I'm going to burn your house down, meaning I'm going to burn your world down. And they went around and told everybody that I was going to physically come and burn their house down. People say, you know, like you, I guess in this day and age, you really have to be careful of what you say because, like, right? Crazy people can twist your words. And, but I get what Gigi was saying. Frickin' A. She's in a hot car in her Grammy's dying, and Grayson and Lauren are pulling their bullshit. Like really, and you're gonna go build a multi-million-dollar studio, and be have other true crime content creators come to your studio, and you think you're gonna be respected, and you think you're gonna be trusted when this is the kind of bullshit you pull, and you say that Gigi's not a for realsy reporter anyway, when she has gotten gigs over you. She's an actual reporter that the bigger news people want and give her, you know, her own shows, and not you, Lauren. You're just guests. Anyway. It was just a figure of speech. I know. Lauren and Grayson need to take a step back from their crime world and realize normal people exist. They're gross. Lauren didn't tell the cop or any of them that she feared for her life. And wasn't this all supposed to be because they called, the original call was on extortion? I'm still trying to figure out where the extortion is. Where was the extortion? Okay, let me get you back to where we were.
And even News Nation are reaching out about my private messages. So this is like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. It's true. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
Forget that. There are, I'm an investigative journalist.
Okay.
It's numerous trials. I work with numerous victims.
Mm-hmm.
And if these private messages of mine come out between employees, it won't just be me that's harmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of people that is harmed. And we have private emails that have now come from a Proton email saying true crime, more like true lies. We know you've been talking about all these people to name all these victims that are nationally known victims. Like we were just at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner. Like we work with numerous high profile victims of crime. Like, and again, these are shared off the record conversations with them. You know, like things that like people
Off the record conversations with who when you say them?
The ex-employees. Because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this information. I'm gonna go forward with this. We can't say this.
Did you have an NDA with them?
I did not. I did not.
And there's the big challenge right there.
They posted threats online.
Okay.
Sucks to suck.
And we have to see.
Well, I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother. He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back.
Can we talk about the brother for just a second? Just 1 second. I need to do a little sidebar, and I need my friend Andy to listen. Is Andy still here? I need Andy to listen. So it looks like, according to court documents, that Pace Johnson got into a wee bit of trouble back in March. It seems like Pace Johnson had a lawyer, I use air quotes, a lawyer working for his firm that wasn't a lawyer after all. He was using someone's bar number, and it was an 80-year-old lawyer who was retired. And the guy had filed numerous filings for people in jail. No, this is Pace Johnson. This is her brother. Daston has his own.
She's pretty important. And if she has 4 lawyers, it seems to me like if it were possible to win in court, she would have kept her stalking injunction in court, because having 4 lawyers and, you know, all the money that they have now looking at them, they for sure well, I don't know. Christina's a world traveler and she seems like she's not hurting for money. So maybe she could represent her own self, but it seems like Lauren definitely has the upper hand with 4 lawyers. Do you think she's going to try to continue to take this to court, or do you think she's just going to try to continue on like, oh, we're over this, like we're over this and you all should be over it too? Like somehow she's suddenly safe from Christina. I don't know how Christina's such a dangerous person. I don't know how all of a sudden she's safe from Christina and Stephanie and all of these people, but somehow she is, and she just wants to move on, build her multi-million-dollar studio.
Set of issues. Now we've got, in March, we got the brother. Yikes. Yes. And there's court docs and everything. And Andy, we need to dig into this. It's wild. Yes, they're all involved with the parole bar in Utah. It's weird, dude.
I don't like it.
Andy, if you want to email me and
don't like how Dr. John is involved either. In seeing, and this is just my opinion, allegedly, but in seeing what Dr. John's evaluations, I don't like it. I feel very uncomfortable with it all. And then to find out that her brothers are all involved in it too.
Me your number, we can text. This is on top of Daston.
Who's Andy, though? Who's Andy that she's talking to?
Yes. It's some wild, wild stuff. It's the wild, wild west. Can you believe it?
Cheapers.
It's in the news. And they had a press release on the Pace Johnson lawsuit website. They released a press release. The guy's name is Patrick Sullivan. Look up Patrick Sullivan. That's the guy who faked that he was a lawyer. And Pace said he wasn't aware.
Ski Utah.
He wasn't aware that the guy was not an 80-year-old lawyer with a bar number of an 80-year-old retired lawyer. Make it make sense. It is, Nikki. It's very, very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. Yeah. All right. Let's continue. I just heard the talk of her brother. Her brother sent cease and desist. Made me think of that.
Saying, okay, dear Lauren's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer, so that's why I use him. But
so there you go. Dear Lauren's brother. That was a response to one of the C&Ds. Dear Lauren's brother, because he's an effing joke. Pace, meet Pace. Pace is a joke.
I have a lawyer that is my brother. He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, okay, dear Lauren's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer, so that's why I use him. But, but yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are true private, and he cited case law and laws. And I have those, cease and desist sent. And cited the computer fraud for hacking. Sure.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under your premise? Like in your absence, he says, here's my password. Go ahead and,
I sent them some passwords, but the employment was terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in my cloud whatsoever.
Okay.
And the employment had terminated, and I actually think they went and figured out how to get into it.
Okay.
She sure did.
So that was a matter of permission.
I'm not a big IT person, so I mean, how they could hack it, because Apple's one of the hardest things to hack. So it would have to be, I'm leaning more to the point of a shared password that wasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's your fault, Lauren.
Yeah.
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter, or what'd you have?
Nah, she ain't got shit.
Yeah.
She didn't have shit.
You got it, Grayson? No, I don't got it. You got it? No, I ain't got it. No, but you just have to believe us. Okay, we'll believe you.
Lindsay, I do. Yeah. I have termination letter.
But you don't know who's. So it sounds like there's more than one. There's more than one person that could be doing
there's
this.
multiple people involved. The people I've talked to have been saying names of who's involved, and they are telling me you need to be prepared for this to go public. They want her head on a platter. They want to destroy her.
Okay.
So we just read that. We know that it was Gigi who said that, and she said it because not Lauren, sorry, Too many names. Grayson said that she stole Lauren's phone and got Gigi's number because Gigi blocked Lauren at this point. She's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, Lauren. I don't want to. Just leave me out of it. My Grammy's not well. And Gray gets on the phone and says, hey, Gigi, I stole Lauren's phone. Yeah, don't tell her, right? And I just really want to get to the bottom of this. Bull crap.
Okay.
These people are.
So I can give you a little more context on that post. That was a post that was made in a Facebook group, which didn't even name Lauren. So I'm not even 100% sure that this post was even about her. I think that there is an actual chance that Lauren Matthias thought a post was about her that was not. Would that be really hard to believe? What's up, Linz?
Oh, wouldn't that be just like pure perfection? It's not even about her. And here they are like haranguing Gigi on probably one of the worst moments of her life. And they're haranguing poor Gigi over this. And they get Gigi to say things that, you can see now, which I don't fault her at all. I mean, but poor Gigi now feels guilty for saying it. She's like, I wasn't at my best. And yeah, they got that out of me. So, ugh.
I have the first threat here, and I have the email that we got.
So what's the threat? What's the words of the threat?
This one was public service announcement. So for context, she had a private conversation with another person who works for her this day, and just said she was really upset about the falling out and how this ended, the employment stuff ended. And 2 hours later, this goes on social media. Public service announcement. You better quit lying private before it's told in public. I'm not sure if you're suffering from delusions or amnesia, but you're trying to play with OG Crash House. We don't mind me exposing what needs to be exposed. Didn't act as a courtesy, but don't mistake that for hesitation. They put that in a public forum.
Okay.
And then
take a screenshot of that if you can.
Oh, I have it.
Okay.
At first, I told her, I'm not sure that this is what you think it is. Like, this could just be coincidence. And then
or an idle a threat in a sense of, oh, we have stuff on you, but maybe they don't.
Right. Well, and I was like, how would they have? But how would they have gotten
Yeah. Give me 1 second here.
Hey, cats.
Hey, I'm gonna call for service right now. Are you gonna be in?
Just went ahead and gifted 5 Dragonfly memberships. So congratulations to Ginny Quilted, to Karen 64, to Blue 5917, to Kitty Hackinson, and Miss Pixie 00. Welcome to the Dragonflies. The Dragonfly is our membership program that we have over on YouTube. I release a lot of my videos early to the Dragonflies. We have emojis, we have shout outs, we have members only lives that we did. We just did a members only live on the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. I'm going to be doing a live with some other content creators, and I was doing some research. So welcome to the Dragonflies. It's so good to have you. Here's a little something that I made that tells you more about the Dragonflies.
And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a Dragonfly. And that's our membership. And it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my Dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the Dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you.
Welcome to all the new Dragonflies, and you know I love the old OG Dragonflies as well.
That area for a little while, or?
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, I'll head up there. I'll be there for like 20 minutes or so.
You got a particular location you got to visit?
A private Facebook group. What if it wasn't even about her? How
okay,
stupid.
I'll see if I can get off. I'll see. I'll text you when I get done with this call for service and see if you're still in the area then. Okay. All right.
Wait,
Thanks,
hold on. CNN324, can you inform us of YouTube's stance on buying subs? Are you implying that I buy subs? CNN.324, the fuck are you? You look like a man who made your picture to look like a woman.
I don't believe for a second that she buys subs. She gets so many super stickers and super chats, and yeah, she is well liked, and I don't believe for a second that she buys subs. In fact, I was just thinking the other day, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong, because I rarely get any super stickers, any super chats. I'm a horrible salesperson. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how to make it better. I don't know if I need to take like a marketing course or something, because I've tried it all and it just doesn't happen for me very much.
Fucking weirdo. Ain't no subs bought over here. If I had subs, I'd have more than 25,000. Dumb fuck. Hey, Lori Jean. Happy Sunday. I have a feeling I'm being trolled right now. Hey, mods, get that URL.
Ski Utah.
So when they posted this, I said, I'm not sure, but I started digging. By that point, you had lost access to your email. That we thought was really strange. We're like, that's weird. You've lost access to your emails. I was able to recover those and locked everything down. I could tell that things had been messed with.
I don't
Okay.
And then we went to a trial.
Oh, shit. I am so sorry. Mud on my face, egg on my face. I thought you were saying that to me. I am so sorry. CNN, I'm sorry. I thought you were implying
for a second that she does. Well, okay, I get a lot that Lauren. Okay, they were talking about Lauren and them. I get that a lot too, but I don't even know if they. I don't think they do either. I really don't. I think their case is they're getting subs because people really don't look into this kind of drama. They don't know. They see her pop up with a popular case, a salacious case, and they just subscribe to it. They don't like go, I wonder if she's in some major drama, if she just tried to have a mother of 4 tethered and put into prison. No, that doesn't happen, because you don't think that these yahoos would be doing that and have so many subs. But we know better now, don't we?
I was buying subs. I'm sorry. Please accept my apology. If you don't, I totally understand. But sometimes we make mistakes, and I just made a mistake. I apologize for jumping on you like that, but I thought
I did the same thing earlier when I was like, what do you mean, how does it relate? It's like in the same genre, like blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's easy to misinterpret it, things.
you were trolling me. Thank you for subbing up, Rosemary.
Reporting at 2 weeks later, and somebody came up to you and said, all your messages are everywhere. People have them. And they're horrible. And they're horrible. And so that's
there must be some.
Did they say specific though? Because to say there's a lot of them out there that's not specific, that's just I'm just trying to say that somebody truly saw, or they're saying that they saw.
We received some of the messages that are out there.
You received the messages that somebody else.
Screenshots
Okay.
of my private messages
Okay.
from a person that shouldn't have had them.
Okay.
And exactly what I thought, this person was hurt.
I really am
by being
sorry.
Said about her in private.
Okay.
You know, I apologize, but again, like I said, people just think this is a fun game for them. And like there's one person who volunteered for me, for example, I'm just using an example, who's I learned is suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
And behind the scenes, as she's volunteering for me, behind the scenes, people are complaining. My employees are complaining about this person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look, I know, she's annoying, but like, just deal with it.
Yeah.
She gets this, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, to me, I'm like, and I know you guys deal with this every day. Like, people are assholes, but like, she could self-harm. Do you know, like,
Yeah.
this is so upsetting on so many levels, not just like, oh, woe is me.
Right.
Like, I care about all these.
I get it. I get it.
Shut up, Miss Roper. I can't even stand her. I hate when she pulls the exit of life card. I hate when she talks about it, because she's so full of shit about it. I just can't even stand it. Thank you so much, Sable07G, for the $10 super sticker. I feel funny after what I just said. I didn't say that so that you would do that. But it really means a lot to me. Thank you for supporting the channel. So I just hate when Mrs. Roper pulls that card, because I don't know. I guess because it's near, like, to me, like the way that I had been feeling in the past. And I just don't believe that you feel like this one day and then the next day you just casually talk about it like this.
But my job is to decipher
Thanks,
if
Bree.
there's a criminal act or not.
Correct. Okay.
So I'm there's a lot of crummy people out there that are horrible to other people, whether it's child against a parent, parent against a child, saying ugly things, saying many ugly things, which is despicable, but it's not against the law.
Sure.
So that's what I need to do,
Yeah,
is
you need to
decipher if a crime has been committed, and then what route we would go down to try and prove that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because cybercrime is it's a whole different challenge and stuff.
So I agree.
And
Smokey.
I hear what you're saying.
if they're not asking for money, it's hard to say that there's extortion.
There's no
Okay.
extortion.
So, or asking for something in return. That's hard to say that there's extortion because, I mean, if you look at just the political arena, people have dirt on people, have dirt on people, have dirt on people. Right. Hey, I'm going to let this out if, you don't do this for me. Sure. That would be extortion, sure. But if for being vindictive or saying, I know you're not telling the truth, so unless you tell the truth, I'm going to let this out. That's not really for money or personal gain. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to out you.
Right.
Right. So the crime in that is.
I've read this a few times. Who are you talking about? He, I really do think she thought she could somehow get money out of the situation because she was disappointed that he couldn't invest in HTC anymore. Who is he? I'm trying to say it without being offensive, but who's he? It's a hard. Okay, well, if you want to email me who the he is, you can.
There's no real crime. So then it comes down to you did share passwords with persons. So it would be like, well, when were these conversations or when were these emails compared to did they forward themselves the emails or copy the emails? 10 weeks ago compared to they were fired 2 weeks ago and got in there and got them.
Steph shares the seashore. Are you Stephanie? That we're going to listen to the call today.
Within the last 2 weeks. I mean, if there was something that you could say, yes, this is a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, nobody knew about it prior, and all of a sudden now they know about it, then it's like, okay, well, they shouldn't know about it because you changed your passwords and we can cut the date off at this.
Okay.
10 weeks ago was a conversation compared to 2 weeks ago was a conversation. These people were let go 4 weeks ago. So there's no way they should have known this stuff, because that's where the NDAs come in hugely.
Did the brother who passed end up investing? Because did she get any of his inheritance?
Huge. NDAs are lifesavers for people like you.
Yeah.
So, and celebrities, Hollywood, all that stuff.
She signed with her lesson. Unfortunately, they were my I probably wasn't considered a public figure, and then I got.
You trusted them, and unfortunately, I mean, I've had a small business, so I get it.
Yeah.
They're great until they're not.
Right, and then it sucks, and then now that I'm a public figure, and there are other people that could be really hurt by this. Yeah. So
and the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you. So I understand that you're feeling for them, and you don't want them to be hurt. I understand that. But at that point, if they are hurt, that would be them going after persons based on them being the victim of whatever that is. Does that make sense?
June 9th is the second one. I found it. We had an email sent to us from Proton, which I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
The email was, if you only knew 111, the subject was the truth will come out. Hidden true crime, more like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light.
So what she's reading is the Proton that she probably sent.
Thank you, Carolina.
Hold on, I got to get this video ready. Gigi. I got to get Gigi ready. Because we're going to call Gigi too.
Hello? Like, your trash talking Kay Woodcock, Heather Daybell, Gigi, and Justin Long, Navy, and Ashley Bixby, Susan Henderson, Rob Wood, Rachel Smith, and Ray Hermes. All of them are BCC'd on this email. Your text messages will prove it.
Okay.
Like, they have her text messages.
But they haven't sent them up though.
They have. We just haven't. People are calling me saying I have it.
Started watching The Chosen, and then I always I was watching it, and then I wanted to read about one of the characters in The Chosen, Nicodemus, and I looked it up, and then I found out that The Chosen is written by the Mormons. So the Mormons are behind that juggernaut, The Chosen, too. So the Mormons remind me a lot of Scientology. You got to watch them.
Thank you for stepping up, Ruthless.
So you've seen the text messages. Did they say where they got them from?
We know some. I know we could give you people who do know where they came from. So we called someone today.
So they would have to.
That's the person who said News Nation has reached out, Long Crime has reached out, and she said
they would have to be willing to work with us to help us find that. So that's the challenge as well. Because news.
Thank you so much. No Leaf says, "LOL." You, Nola V 3477 says, "LOL. You deserve a super chat. Don't spend it all in one place. Every little bit helps. Thank you so much." I'm actually I'm redoing Junie's cage, and I'm buying him some new toys because he's a chewer. He's my little June bug. He loves to chew. So I'm going to use this and buy him some new toys. And he needs some millet too. Millet is his favorite. Well, safflower seeds is his favorite. And then his second favorite is millet. So we're going to replenish some of that too. But if I give him too much seed, he gets a little cheeky and hormonal. So we've got to be careful on that too. yeah, Junie's going to get some new toys with that.
News people, they're like, we don't want to reveal our sources.
I think this person.
So that's the big challenge too.
I think she would. I think she would, and I explained to her, I said,
Then is this going to be considered slander? Have you talked to your brother about slander?
we talked about everything. And I called him this morning. I had a meeting with him this morning when I started realizing how this kind of happened.
Wait, you had a meeting with Pace this morning? Grayson, do you know that he used fake lawyer? Grayson, were you aware of that? Were you aware of this lawsuit that Pace used a guy who is really a felon, and he used an 80-year-old's bar number and faked being a lawyer and made...
It says that it is not produced by Mormons, though some original production partners were Mormon. So VidAngel, now Angel Studios, was founded by Latter-day Saints, leading to persistent rumors that the creators are Mormons. So some of them are Mormons. And also I read an article that talked about how they were changing slightly some of the words that Jesus says. So
like 28 filings on felons. Did you know that? I wouldn't take anything that Pace Johnson sent me from that law firm. I would wipe my butt with it. I would take Pace Johnson's cease and desist and wipe my ass with it.
The Mormons do have their little paws in it. Some of them have their paws in it. So it's produced by, some of them are Mormons. So take it for what it is.
What kind of firm has a felon that's pretending to be an 80-year-old lawyer and then pretends they didn't know? Pretends they don't know. And she's like, yeah, he's a good lawyer. So Hidden Gems, you may need to open your fucking eyes. You may need to open your fucking eyes because you're sided up with a bunch of criminals, a bunch of felons. Well, you're Lauren's brother, so, you know, I'm doing meetings with them.
Okay.
I wonder if your parents would like to know that you're doing meetings with this guy.
And that means seasons 1 through 4 or 5 were, I mean, and I think they're on what, 5 or 6 now. But I mean, because I really like this character, Nicodemus, and I didn't like. I grew up Lutheran, and I didn't remember what he did in the Bible, so I had to. Some of it I go over to YouTube and I look up for videos to figure out more about the characters. I'm really enjoying it, regardless. I'm really enjoying the series. It's well acted, and I love that they're making Jesus very human, which, I mean, he has a sense of humor. They're giving Jesus a freaking sense of humor, which, I mean, all masters, it seems like, great, like, they have senses of humor. They have like this this childlike innocence, and also at the same time this master quality. And so I love that they're doing that. I don't even really know how, because in all the other, he was always so serious, you know what I mean? And not to say that he's like a jokester, a jester or anything, but I just really, and I like how they're adding humanity into the characters. Like, I read that some people were very unhappy how they made Matthew autistic, but I kind of like how they're actually putting in how human behavior. I don't know. They're like adding more character and depth to the humans than I've ever seen in a series.
All this legal fuck shit.
Have you talked to your brother about slander?
We talked about everything. I mean, I called him this morning. I had a meeting with him this morning when I started realizing how this kind of happened this morning. As I've been working behind the scenes for a few days trying to figure out what happened. And I get on the call.
I was an extra in a few movies too. Whippet being the major one that I was an extra in, and my face actually shows up in it.
Somebody this morning, and somebody said, "Is Stephanie a former employee of Lauren's?" And I said, "Yeah." Like, I didn't know this person knew who that was. And
Stephanie.
This person tells me, "Okay, well, I was told I should call Stephanie, and she'll give me everything. She has all those screenshots. She's the one with everything."
Okay.
And Stephanie was sent to cease and desist. We knew she was one of the ones that was doing all this behind the scenes.
But then you'd have to prove of that she shared after the fact.
Let's specify this. I think
Because somebody could tell you, I do think Gigi respects police. Yeah. And if she knew that police were calling, I think that she might share the sources. Yeah. She wouldn't share it with us. I do think. She's the one who said that she had heard from Law and Crime and News Nation.
Okay, and so once again, hearing it and seeing it are two different things. Because then it's hang on. Because then it becomes hearsay. So because they're calling her doesn't mean she has the information. So she has to be directly connected with the person. So a person goes to Newsweek or whatever, Newsweek comes back down, that's not from her. That's through completely different sources. It has to be direct.
For stopping her.
So she said she has files and files of emails.
Files and files.
So where'd she get them from?
That's where you come in. We don't know.
Well, I thought you asked her.
We asked her and she wouldn't tell us her source, so I think she would tell you. But that was the question. Like you said, would they tell? You don't have to call if you don't want to, but I'm just.
No. I mean, if she's not going to share with you, then I don't know why she would share with me because she doesn't have to. I'm guessing she's in the industry, right?
She's in the industry, yeah.
So once she ruins her reputation by giving up sources, then what's her job going to be?
Coming in.
She ain't doing it for you, Lauren.
I mean, I can have a conversation with her.
I hear you.
So that's the challenge of being in this kind of situation.
So I was also in the real news for a long time. And so I kind of.
Real reporter, you guys, not a trial tourist. I'm going to be making some trial tourist t-shirts. I've decided. I was thinking about it. I got to get with my designer and we're going to make some trial tourists. Because I'm going to start going to trials, and I promise you I will be wearing a trial tourist because I'm one of the trial tourists. I'm not a for realsies, although I took a lot of communication classes in my first 2 years. My major was psychology and my minor was communications. And then I did a flipperoo, and then I actually took sociology as my major, and I made my psychology my minor with a heavy emphasis in communications. So I'm not really a for realsies, not like Lauren. So I'm just a trial tourist.
Understand more how it works.
No, you don't.
She's an excellent journalist. She's a great journalist. She has not been in the.
Can we talk about the real news? Because we're going to talk about this more tomorrow when we go over some of Trisha and Lauren's old lives. But can we talk about the real news? This woman was literally demoted from the news desk in Boise for too many Xanaxes.
That was put in my comments. That popped up over on Reddit. I was a little disappointed when I love when people use my stuff, but they cut my name out of it. I'm like, you could have said that it was from me. But anyway, somebody put it over there. I showed you guys it. It was somebody put a very long comment about how she was like, she didn't leave the newsroom. She was driven from it. They told her, get out, because she was doing too many substances and she was pulling all this BS, this backstabbing drama that she creates all the drama around, so she's got this swirling mess around her. And then all these people that are on her side, like if you call it out, then like there's a problem because you're calling it out. She's created all this swirling drama. And she was told to get the F out, to leave. But it was all alleged. And it sounds like Jay's got some proof now.
Read it in the book. But that was real news. You couldn't hang with a local Channel 6 desk anchor job. That ain't the real news. You couldn't even do it without Xannies and you fucked it all up. And done got yourself fired. I'm a real journal. I was in the real news. Get the fuck out of here. The closest to the real news you got was when you were on Dateline, just like me. You ain't no better than nobody else. Miss tie-dye fucking throw up outfit.
She's an excellent journalist. She's a great journalist. She has not been in the real news, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe that if police called her, she might say that I received it from this person.
Okay.
But I hear you, and I respect that. Like journalists wouldn't share, and she might not, but I think she might.
Okay. Control 3 out of 1. I'm with PR. Go 4.
When I talked to her, she told me. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to. We want to make this
one of the stories.
Have you talked? Has your brother suggested calling us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you could call my brother.
And what did he feel? What crimes did he feel that were surpassed, I should say?
Cease and desist.
Because some of that stuff is more civil than it is criminal.
Yeah, so
it's all civil.
He cited
Extortion would be criminal, but other things within this could be more on a civil level than a criminal level.
Yeah, and forgive me, I need some water.
That's fine. Do you have an identification or a driver's license I can just jot down quick? Do you got a Nevada driver's license or from another state?
I haven't got a driver's license.
Okay.
Here's the cease and desist he sent Stephanie. Unauthorized access of private accounts.
I think it's Sunday.
Dissemination of private.
But we don't know.
That means she hears you, but she does not agree with you. For sure, that's what that means. I was worried. I've been rushing here because I was thinking that Jay, I don't like to, like, when a larger creator goes live, like my views, like I don't build my life around larger creators, but I do look to see if they're live. And like, I was rushing because I was thinking she was going live at 11, but she's going live at 8 tonight. So we got time.
That she did that after the fact or before. If she took all this information before the cease and desist. And here's the thing. I'm not saying it's possible one way or the other. What I'm saying is anything that I would have that may be criminal would go before a judge or actually before a district attorney. Then the district attorney would have to look at it and say, yes, I think we have enough information to go.
Yes.
Just to clarify, the lawyer, Pace Johnson, is Lauren Matthias's brother, not Grayson's brother. His name is Pace Johnson. He has Pace Johnson Law. And
okay, well, if we're gonna be telling our deep dark Osmond, was it the Osmond, Donnie and Marie? I had a Donnie and Marie Osmond doll. I was given their Barbie dolls when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and it was given to me by my friend Wednesday. I had a friend growing up named Wednesday, and I remember because I tell you this all the time, my friends they didn't like each other. I had 3 best friends, but we always had sleepovers, and on my sleepover, they all came together that night. You know, I had more people that would come to the sleepover, but they got along. But I remember Wednesday brought me a Donnie and Marie doll. So I love Barbies. I played with Barbies until I was like 13 years old. I really like doing their hair and their playing with clothes and making houses and stuff like that.
The guy's name is Patrick Sullivan. That I don't even think it's gone to court yet. Yes, Lauren was demoted for abusing Xanax, taking too much because her anxiety was so high.
Forward into court. So in a sense, I almost act like a judge in a sense, being like, what do I have? Because if I don't have nothing, or if I have questionable information, or a third party is telling me this information by hearsay, I don't have nothing. I work on facts. That's what we do as police officers. We're supposed to.
If I had kids around me, I'd be on the floor playing with them too. Like whenever I get around kids, I get down there and I play with them. I play the games. I like to play kids stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. I like doing board games. Like for New Year's Eve, one of my favorite things was we would play Pictionary and all those types of board games. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I like doing kid activities.
So the information prior compared to the information after, that's where the NDA would have saved a lot of headaches. But the cease and desist, there would have to be proof of her continuing this process after the fact.
Right.
So that would be like contacting all these people that have this information and saying, who did you get it from? And them saying it was from her, and then say, when did you get it from her?
I'm sitting down to get information, not to.
Okay, so I want to actually go over and look at what Stephanie and Christina talk about. So let's, I will put the link down there. We have gone through all of that audio, that body cam. I just wanted a little refresher to get us into this. So this is a body cam for Stephanie. But before that, Stephanie and Christina discussed the Lauren Matthias body cam call. So let's take a look at that.
What's up, you guys? I know you recognize this face, but this one beside me is a new one. Actually, you're not new. You've been around.
New, old. Are they sitting side by side? They're not.
You've been around. This is the legend in her own right. The woman right here. This is the legend, Stephanie.
Contractor number 1.
Oh, yes. How dare we forget that our code names were assigned to us, and this is contractor number 1.
That's right.
Well, we've got a big surprise for you guys, I'd say, and this is the last body cam footage that we know of from Henderson.
Do you guys know where this came from? I know it came from Jay, but it came from Christina, but did they do this over Dang it, I'm signed out of my TikTok again. What is going on? I am so like digital. Like I am no good at shit. Hold on. Now I've got to put in, hold on. Let me take us back over here and get this signed in. I want to go, I was going to take us over to Christina's TikTok to see if this played over here, but let me just fix this and then we'll do that.
In police department. I just wanted to make it very clear that, Stephanie, did we talk or know each other at all at this point?
No.
No. No. At the time of this call, like we both had our own falling out with Lauren. We actually, she ended her friendship with her.
Let me stop this really quick. I just had something pop up on my phone. I don't know how to put a notification because it came on my phone, but thank you so much, Karen Anekis, for sending me the Cash App of $10. I really, really appreciate that. Is there a question? Did you ask? She sent it and she said, "For love you and your little bird." Thank you so much. That is so sweet. It will be going towards Junie's toys, and I will show you the toys that I buy with this for you guys because we do need to get Junie some new toys. I actually had to throw away because he chewed up a lot of the old ones and they're just hanging on, and so we got to get him some new stuff. So thank you so much.
With Lauren, and I ended the friendship with Lauren. So I feel like we bonded a little bit over that, being the one to be like, yeah,
right.
This isn't about choosing sides. It's about slowing things down and looking at what was actually said. And also like this call intersects both of our lives. And it's almost like the moment our stories or lives almost intersect without us even knowing it.
Right. Right. So I've already been going through my own things separately, but didn't know that there was something over here happening too. With
yeah.
This. So
and you were just like, I'm at least from what I gather is like you're like, I'm good. I'm healing. Like I don't even want to like bring that back into my life. Right. And then you were yanked
absolutely
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's do it. Should we watch it?
Right?
Yes.
So crazy. Yeah.
That sounds about right because look what they did to Gigi when I'm going to put it as the worst moment of her life. I'm going to put that as one of probably the worst moments of Gigi's life. And look what they did to her. No problem doing that when your Grammy's not well. I mean, they didn't, know it at the time, but she was dying. She was dying. Gigi's grandma was passing away. And they thought that was a good idea. Of course, they would do this to Stephanie. No problem.
Answers this call in the apartment with them.
Let me go, if you don't mind, let me go to someplace a little quieter. I'm near a busy street right now. Do you have a few minutes? Okay. I'm actually gonna, I'll just let you know, I've got my body cam on, recording the conversation, okay?
Because it's a one-party consent state.
I'm just going to get to my car. I just got to walk a little bit distance here. Thank you for calling back. Mm-hmm. You're in Louisiana, is that right? So Central Time? Okay. It's not too late yet. I'll make sure you get off the phone by 10 o'clock. How about that? I'm just kidding. Okay, now it'll be quiet. I left just a slight message with you. Do you understand?
Wait a minute, I have a question. Why can't we hear Stephanie? I'm still trying to sign into my TikTok listening to this, and why can't we hear Stephanie? She only answered the phone because she thought it was a doctor. That's even worse. Like they knew Gigi blocked that, Lauren. They knew it. And they knew, I'm positive that I knew that Gigi's grandmother wasn't doing well because she put it over on her X account. I knew it. So I know that they knew it. If somebody who's not even in the inner circle knows it, then they for sure knew it. So F them. Twice. with a sharp object.
Understand what I'm calling about? Okay. So can you enlighten me, I guess?
Yeah. Oh, it's actually, this has been going on for such a long time. It's Lauren and I were friends at a point. I kind of was helping work with her. She has a podcast, and eventually that relationship, fizzled out. I stopped talking with her.
It happens.
I hadn't had any contact with her for a year. She apparently had some other people, her friends, some new friends that she had a falling out with, and they contacted me, asking me just different questions about Lauren as far as what the reasoning was for our falling out type thing. And they then shared with me that she had really kind of falsified a lot of information about me, and it was very shocking stuff. And,
do you want to pause stuff really quick?
I said, well, no,
Okay.
this is what she said, and I did. I showed them. Well, not them. I didn't.
So just for some clarity for you guys, Steph and I do have some mutual acquaintances, and they had let Stephanie know that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stephanie, that we had, for lack of a better word, a falling out. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I asked that mutual connection, what actually happened with Stephanie,
Well, and I think it's important to say that you were there the day that I ended my friendship with Lauren.
Yeah.
So you were curious of why.
I mean, I knew that there was.
Did she just say that these two had a falling out? I'm sorry, I have to go back.
Stephanie,
Well, and I think it's important to say that
what I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stephanie, that we had, for lack of a better word, a falling out. Mm-hmm. And
okay, so that's what she said. And I find it very interesting that these two women had a quote unquote falling out, but were able to not take it to the courts, right? Not go to the levels that our Lauren Turd has when people have a quote unquote falling out.
Yeah, I asked that mutual connection, what actually happened with Stephanie,
Well, and I think it's important to say that you were there the day that I ended my friendship with Lauren. Yeah. So you were curious of why.
I mean,
rest in peace, Big Wally. I had a grandfather named Big Chuck. So yeah.
I knew that there was a narrative that she obviously was telling us, but after experiencing her for a year, I knew that narrative was probably not what actually happened.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't send it directly necessarily to them. In another chat, like on Facebook, we were talking about it. And I just showed a screenshot of my conversation with Lauren, like a small file.
She reminds me so much of Gypsy Rose Blanchard because Gypsy loves a good triangulation. Sounds like Lauren likes her triangulations and her friendships.
Action of it. And that was it. And it seems that there's this other group. Look, this is so elementary. It's so unbelievable. But it's not me who's the person sharing things or even sending screenshots. It seems that Lauren has the wrong, she's focusing on the wrong people is the issue. And for some reason, she keeps believing that or thinking that myself and a friend of mine are the ones doing this. And we aren't the people doing this. So if anything's
and it sounds to me like Stephanie might know the people who are doing this. Does it sound like that to you? Come on, Stephanie, dish.
Floated around. It's definitely not because of us. And we've made it very clear to many people that we do not condone sharing it. I have all this in writing,
I've been working on some content where we're noticing that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is writing her own Southern Gothic, where she is copying a lot of VC Andrew storylines, and we're gonna talk about that. That's the content. That's the live that I'm gonna be working with a few other content creators because we're noticing that she's writing her own Southern Gothic, and she's using a lot of the VC Andrew storylines, which is so bizarre.
we've even been approached by people, like her friends, saying they wanted to, if we could send screenshots, and we said absolutely not.
There is even a storyline in one of VC Andrews' books where the girl can walk. She's in a wheelchair, and she was hurt at one point, and she is pretending like she can't walk, and then she just gets up and walks. So, sound familiar?
These aren't to be shared, and I can send that to you. Like, I absolutely am not any part of wanting any kind of issue with Lauren at all.
Okay.
Yeah, and as far as sharing stuff, I 100% know the laws, and I have not shared anything publicly. I haven't done anything. It's unfortunate that this is happening.
What pisses me off is this police officer heard all of this. He heard Christina. He heard Gigi. He heard Stephanie now, and he still, you could tell when he talked to Christina, he was siding with the turds. You could hear it. I cannot believe he must have went to the panic room with Gray and her sexy black shirt or something, because what the actual F?
Lauren even...
Do you want to pause?
Lauren doesn't know who's doing this, and so she's just assuming and kind of...
Steph, had you shared anything with me at this point at all, if ever, actually?
No, I still didn't know you, and I still was very confused. Like, I didn't understand how I was being brought in this anyway, because I didn't know you all.
It's like, why am I getting a freaking call right now?
Yeah, it was very confusing.
You were brought into it because it was exactly what Kylie said. It was a boogeyman. They were chasing the boogeyman. They were like going into the bushes and trying to scatter whoever they could. And they did that, and they decided that the boogeyman was Christina. She became boogeyman number one, right? OG stalker number one. Christina needs a tee herself. I love t-shirts with a message. She needs a tee that says OG stalker number one.
Of why is he asking if I've shared these things? Like, have I, with who? You know, I mean, it was just confusing because I didn't understand. I hadn't talked to Lauren in a year. It was just very bizarre.
Yeah. Having a cop from another state, as one who's had that, I mean, at least I had a couple weeks in between two to really think about what I was going to say when we finally talked, but I can't even imagine.
Good point too. Like, who cares if she shared it? Like, what kind of world we're living in the United States where it's not against the law. It just isn't. Over on Reddit, I noticed someone said, has anyone found the Nevada statute that says you cannot share screenshots of text messages? And the body cam footage of the conversation with Christina and the cop says Nevada is a two-party consent state, and the case law he was going off was based on telephone conversations, which he said also includes text messages. The statute about recording phone calls in Nevada, and then there's the statute listed. This is how it reads according to Justia, expert as otherwise provided in NRS, inclusive, and then the numbers. A person shall not intrude upon the privacy of other persons by surreptitiously listening to, monitoring, or recording, or attempting to listen to, monitor, or record by means of any mechanical, electronic, or other listening devices any private conversation engaged in by the other persons, or disclose the existence, context, substance, purport, effect, or meaning of any conversation so listed, to monitored or recorded unless authorized to do so by one of the persons engaging in the conversation. What strikes me is the word listening, which means that could not include screenshots, monitoring, which would mean visually recording an audible conversation. None of the points to sharing screenshots or text messages. Yes, it sucks that Lauren is using law enforcement to strong arm people. But what's more upsetting is the officer actually attempting to enforce a non-existent law, which he has no right to do so. It's maddening, actually, and I don't like this police officer at all. And yeah,
that same day, just like it would.
I mean, the way he spoke to Christina was so out of pocket that something happened. He spent some time with them, with the Hidden True Crime trio, because something was weird. It was weird the way he spoke to Christina, in my opinion.
Would have caught me off guard as well.
That this is happening. Lauren even, I don't know. Yeah. Lauren doesn't know who's doing this, and so she's just assuming and kind of
interesting that Lauren has a lot of GRB traits.
I don't know, blaming the wrong people.
In my
I guess that's the issue, is that she's kind of like, it's almost like throwing, you know, something at the wall and hoping something sticks. I think she doesn't know where it's all coming from.
Okay.
So she's starting with the obvious, maybe she thinks, but it's not correct.
Okay.
So
so as far as messages shared, then
yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I've got text messages with your name on it that make it looks like a copy and paste.
Yeah, and
from that you probably made.
Rose has a lot of Lori Daybell traits. I mean, they're all like peas in a pod, which is gross.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she. I don't even know what these texts are. Like,
you know, here's the thing though, Stephanie.
Yeah. Are they texts or are they actually Facebook messages? See, here's what the real thing is. Lauren has a podcast. She had about 30, 40 different chat groups, like on Facebook.
The way she handled it, like, I know this is an overused phrase, but chef's kiss. It was just beautiful. I don't even think, I know I couldn't have handled it as well as that girl did. And, you know, and here I was thinking like, oh, Christina was doing so well. I did see I was very proud of Christina. And then sometimes in my pride, I sometimes forget that, like, she was really hurting and struggling on top of all of it. Like, she handled, like, I didn't forget, but you know what I mean? Like, I saw a TikTok of her talking about how she was so proud that in 2025 there was no videos of her sitting and crying on camera, and which she had every right to do, right? Like, if anybody had any right to come on camera and be like, I fucking can't take this anymore, please make it stop, she was not the one to do it. So go Christina, and go Stephanie too. Go all of these ladies, right?
Okay.
There's multiple people in each one.
Okay.
So it may look like it will have my name, but there's other people in it. So it may be a conversation, like she says something, I say something. But anyone who's in this chat can screenshot that, if that makes sense. So it's just because it's my name doesn't mean that I'm the one who.
Well, it actually shows two people on here.
They don't.
Is it a text message or is it that's what I'm asking.
It looks like a text message to me. Okay. Has the date and time and
oh, there's that tone.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly do not know if,
because it says Stephanie
tone that Christina got, but Lauren didn't get it.
Stephanie Budge removed from iCloud from the conversation on May 10th.
I can't even believe that he's sitting on the phone with her, going over these text messages, trying to bully her into the. Ugh.
Yes, I just told Larry and Kay via text. While that is scary, don't let her follow you home.
And I do want to clarify that. Because at the time I truly had no clue what he was saying. And when he said the Larry Kay, I was, very confused. I'm like, what is he talking about? And
He did the same thing with Christina when she wanted to take a moment to think if she had said something, and he was like, oh, fine, you just don't want to answer. And she's like, no, I just want to not lie to you, right? I want to give you the right answer. So he's very short with these women, but he wasn't short with Lauren. In fact, she got advice to, why don't you come out to a panic room?
Realized later what this was. And when I had gotten a cease and desist from her brother lawyer, he said that I needed to keep all text. What did he? I can't remember.
Like
the
it
word.
was a preservation order. It was like a preservation order.
Of all
Yeah.
text. So you better believe I was preserving. I started going through it and preserving any kind of text. I accidentally, instead of like saving it, I put it right back in that text. So I resent it back to her, and I'm like, oh, what a dummy. However, I didn't think I still don't think it's a bad thing. I'm literally preserving. You're accusing me of a crime. I'm just trying to cover myself. The only person I shared the text with was her.
There would be no way they could make it illegal to take screenshots of, sorry, I almost swore again, of text. There's just no possible way. And this is just, to me, these are conversations that I hate having. I just hate it because there's circles and there's no point to it, because it's just like, there's no reason. There's no point that they should be having these conversations, that this police officer should be calling Stephanie and having this conversation. It's crazy. And then lying about the statue. There's no way you could possibly make it illegal to take screenshots of text.
Text.
I don't even think you can make it illegal to copy and record people. I think it's just can't be admissible in a court of law. Is like I don't know. I'm not a lawyer either, so these are just all my opinions.
I have literally no idea what that is. I have talked to her well over a year.
It doesn't mean about talking, but I mean, if text messages were made between the two of you 2 years ago, there's still 2 text messages between the two of you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea what that text is. I could not say that I wrote that because I don't know.
Well, no, it was copied.
Be more angry than wasted time. Wasted time in a conversation. Like I hate wasted conversations. I hate it.
On May 10th, though.
Oh,
like 6 weeks ago.
There's the issue right there. See, Lauren is okay.
No, I'm just telling you what I see.
Very confusing.
Wait, are you cutting her off, officer? Because that's a no-no, right? No cutting people off. You actually had Christina apologizing to you for doing that. So I feel like you're cutting her off. I feel like she's cut off.
Been made an accusation that I had hacked her, which is unbelievably not true. Of course, if it was, I would wonder why she hasn't gone to the police with that, because that to me seems much bigger than saying I shared a text. So I'm very confused by this. She sent me a cease and desist letter or brought a lawyer saying that I hacked her. So I'm very confused because I feel like she went to police saying I'm sharing text, but she sent me a cease and desist before May 10th about me hacking her. So why would she have told you about that?
If it was after the fact, I mean, if for some reason, no. If some reason,
this was an extortion call, my friend. She hadn't gotten to it yet.
Some reason you did it, you still did it after the fact. Because some people don't, they'll get a cease and desist and they don't care. So they'll go ahead and do it anyway, and they'll talk to somebody after that.
Absolutely. But what I mean is, no, she accused me of this before May of doing that. And then, which I didn't. And then now she's going to police saying that I sent a text.
She's asking, why are you coming after her for that first thing? Why are we just skipping to this? And he's not gonna, I bet you he's not gonna answer it.
Likely you go to the police and tell them you're being hacked than you would just saying someone shared a text.
Well, it doesn't matter either way. I mean,
the hacking go more closely with the extortion. So why wouldn't they tell the officer the hacking opposed to this, whatever this is that they're doing. I'll tell you why, because they're big fat liars. They're lying their asses off. Mrs. Roper is lying her tunic off. It's horrible. It's horrible what they're doing, and it's horrible that this police officer is buying it. But it doesn't surprise me because we see how the police officers reacted at CrimeCon. Doesn't like they bought the titles of Lauren Turd and Dr. Yon hook, line, and sinker, right?
One or the other or both. So she.
Okay, this part fascinates me because I feel like I ran into this with that police officer a ton as well. Like this is the point in the conversation you're having with him where you're literally just trying to make sense of a timeline. You're not even arguing with him. You're just asking a logical question about how the sequence fits together. Like that's where, I relate to you in this aspect too, is like, I don't get what you're getting at here.
So I feel like I was telling him I didn't do it. And he wasn't accepting that. And it's like
she was saying she wasn't getting the tracks that she was laying down. He's not the smartest one in the shed, the sharpest tool in the shed, obviously, because look the side that he chose to believe, right? What an amazing detective. Not.
Like, okay, then I don't know what else.
Your day job, patrolling the streets.
I can say I didn't do it. I literally did not know. I really did not know what he was talking about with that text. I admit it now, like, oh, that's what he meant. But
your reasoning is being overridden by all of his hypotheticals that he's just throwing out.
So keep going.
Yeah. No, that's wild.
He has
upset because this is literally, I hate to even say it, Lauren has a history of doing this. I don't think she's probably the healthiest of people. And I'm trying to be kind when I'm saying this. None of this is true. If there were any type of texts that were shared, I didn't share this. I don't even know who I would have shared it with. We had at one time linked accounts because I was working for her and she shared her calendar. And what's really strange is that I almost feel like she's doing it herself. I know that sounds insane, but there's a pattern here and a lot of people involved in this that could tell you the same.
Okay, so well,
we made the same conclusion.
So here's another interruption on the officer's part, but here's another woman saying that they believe that Lauren's the one doing this. She's the one writing the calls are coming from inside the house, and the officer's like choom, right over his head, not even trying to pick up what they're laying down.
That's okay. So if she was hacked and she felt that way, she could have went to police. Maybe she did. I don't know. I'm not here for that. Okay. I'm here for text messages that are being threatened to be released out to the public.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of the bullshit. This is all bullshit, actually, police officer, and it all is related. So if you want to hear the one part, then you must hear the other part, and then you need to know this part, that part, and this part behind you. So, like, if you're getting into it, you need to get into it all the way, friend.
And has already been released to other media personnel. And I can get in touch with these media personnel and probably be able to substantiate it. And if your name's attached to it, then we could be going down a criminal path. So if you copy any text messages, like a voicemail from, if you copy the voicemail from a voice message, I should say, from a couple months, if you copy the voice message like a month and a half ago, the voice message was left 2 years ago, or a text message was left 2 years ago, it's still a conversation between the two of you. Nevada law does not allow that stuff to be shared unless you have the permission from the other person. Does that make sense?
No,
absolutely.
Okay.
I don't believe it either. I don't believe it. But I mean, I don't believe a lot of stuff, and there's no way to enforce that. There's just no possible way. It just wouldn't be admissible in a court of law.
So, and with
But again, I'm not a lawyer. This is all my opinion, allegedly.
today's cyber detectives, they can find this stuff out.
Right.
But you can't.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I'm not sharing any texts or anything. I mean, certainly no voicemail either. I mean, I don't even know how one shares that. Have I shared text between my friends and I talking about it? Yes. My friend Colette and I. Have we shared it with any, as you said, media person? Absolutely not. 100% no. I don't know how anything could be getting out other than Lauren herself doing it. I don't.
Okay. Well, you said you were talking to some other.
Not willing to entertain that. Whenever anybody ever talks about it, he doesn't dig deeper. Well, I don't know why she would do that. Doesn't ask why are you thinking that? Tell me why you think she's doing that. How could she get more into it? Doesn't ever do that.
Parties then? Who are these other parties?
Colette, I think you left her.
No, you said there was other people that worked with.
Yes, her. And those are the people who apparently really need to be talked to. Her name, I don't know her. I've never spoken directly to these people. It's a girl named Christina. That girl.
Contractor.
Yeah, Christina got into it.
Do you want to pause really quick?
Yeah, possibly a contractor. So did you share?
Not that I need to defend you, Stephanie, at all. I don't have to defend what we know to be true, but we're friends now, and I'm going to be, because I'm the friend that defends my friends. And just so everyone knows, Stephanie told me very shortly after we did connect, hey, I just want you to know, I said your name to the police officer that one time, he called us all, and I'm really sorry. And I was like, dude, thanks you didn't even have to tell me that, but thank you. This wasn't a secret between us. It's so striking because the tone completely shifts. And then he's well, what about that other person? Kind of making it seem like you're the one who brought it up. Yeah, you weren't blaming me. You were just literally answering a question while under pressure.
He's feeding her the name.
Pressure.
But he's not going to say the name.
It's crazy. Let's keep going.
Or did you share messages with her?
No.
Any shared text messages whatsoever with her?
No, I've never sent anything to this girl. I don't even know. I don't know her. I just know that she had contact. She was looking to contact me. She keeps friend requesting me. I'm not.
I friend requested her once
because I didn't want to be involved. But I know that she and Lauren have some kind of issue, and it seems like all of this is stemming from this girl. And I don't know.
This girl, Christina?
That's no good.
I don't even know.
This girl, Christina? Did you hear how he said her name? We gotta listen to that again. This girl, Christina?
And I don't know.
This girl, Christina?
Christina, OG stalker number 1. She's rising to the top here.
You're good stuff.
I just know she worked for Lauren.
I feel like I can do this because these two have already forgiven themselves. I mean, forgiven each other. It's none of my business, whatever. But it's funny. We see Christina rising to the top. She's getting her crown right now.
Works with Lauren. She was friends with Lauren, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
To independently say who had conflict.
I think I've said it. I want to make sure that we don't pass any lines of criminality, and we.
Christina, that's what it's like. Yeah, I knew it, Christina.
Have respect for each other. Otherwise, even criminality can turn to civil lawsuit, which can cost lots of money.
Absolutely, no problem.
That seems like a little threat, little terror, little is that? Well, I guess they're allowed to say whatever they want.
All right. I thank you.
You're welcome. And you said your last name is. Okay.
Can't stand up.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Stephanie.
Thank you. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
I'm sure of it after this. Christina. Christina is the stalker. So that was the next police body cam that came out. So that same police officer that called Dr. Yan, that called Gigi, that called Christina, that went and hung out at Gray's apartment. And in my mind's eye, went to the panic room. That's all in my mind's eye. That never, that's allegedly in my mind's eye. Called another person in this whole saga. And they do think that this might be our last police body cam, which I hope it's not. I hope there's a few more out there. We'll see. But I also hope that some of the victims, some of the other victims in this, because there's like 7 of them, some of the other stalkers will come forward and tell their story, or even the ones that are on the police body cam, maybe they will feel a little more comfortable to come up and talk to us about it. But if not, I'm so happy that we got all that we got. I was just trying to see if it looks like tonight Jay's got a Wednesday night live, another viewer call-in show. That was a lot of fun, listening to all of you guys call in and talk about the case, because it's really interesting to me to hear what you guys have to say. Like, I sit up here and I give my opinion over and over again, but I also like to hear everything that you guys have to say. It's like a conversation that way. So I hope some of you will call in and share what you have. I want to head over really quick. I did find, let's look over on Christina's TikTok page before I take us out of here. See what new stuff Christina's got up. Okay. I don't know what that is. This has been going on for a long time, and I don't see HTN talking about any of you that are talking about them, and now you're bringing Megan into it. Shameful. Who's HTN? Just wondering. Just asking for a friend. I guess like exposing people can be shameful. It can make the people that are being exposed feel really shameful. So I imagine that HTC is feeling pretty shameful about all of this. And sometimes like the truth is very painful for some to experience. And I feel like maybe that's happening for you, Katie. Lauren and Grayson didn't even have Christina. Nope. This was, we know during these police body cam, this is when our girl Christina rose to the top of the heap. Smart women are very threatening to men like this and HTC. I agree. The Boise gave them the idea and she had it recorded. He had her change it from harassing to stalking. And then once this all happened, they were able to find their gap. Yep. Bada bing, bada boom, like Jay would say. Or what, no, she doesn't say bada bing, bada boom. She says something else. I don't remember what she says. Hidden true narcissism. Carolina's like the norm of the true crime community. Everyone loves her. When she comes into a chat, everyone's like, Carolina! That must make you feel good, Carolina. It makes me feel good to know that I have such a great person coming into my chat. That was absolutely heartbreaking. If anyone should be ashamed of themselves, it's Gary Vallow. Saying that to her in front of 5K in chat was horrific. I think we're talking about Prussia. Yes, we talked about that in the beginning. It's very... Our hearts go out to Krusha and to Jerry too. I don't think I think that Lauren's a horrible person for triangulating herself between a family. It's horrible. Bing bong, that's what she says. Thank you. Isn't Christina the one living in Utah? Yes. Yes, she actually lives in Utah. If you call all the cops on me or drag me into court because of your own insecurities, all bets are off. And if you do it a 9.5-hour live where you call someone a stalker and you all but name all the other ones, and then you go on a privacy tour where you go over to your Patreon and you go over to Megan and you go over to Judy Ron and you go over to Trisha, and like, you know, just because she's done with it, like we all need to be done with it. Like those kind of people don't even bother me. It's like piss path. Move on, you know, like you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. But I also like they're energy vampires too. So don't give them your energy, you guys. They don't deserve it. Let's go over to Christina's page real quick before we head out of here. Let me move myself. Okay, so this is Christina's page. Oh, she's got 2,298 followers. If that for Lauren, I mean, she was like at 300 when this all 300 when it all broke out. So this is the one where I was telling you. I do have to silence the music, but this is December 2025. So yeah, that's basically how our year went. Wild year. Definitely didn't see that one coming. I am officially ceased and deceased. People were saying, I will be honest, I fell for her narrative at first until the truth unraveled. So glad you stayed strong, Christina. I'm glad you stuck around long enough. Like the stalker crew is the stalker 7. They're always really great, gracious to the people that say like, I'm sorry, I believe them in the beginning. And they're like, yeah, no problem. We get it. Thanks for sticking around and knowing the truth. Let's see what else she has. We showed this one. This is the one where this is all that she did in a year compared to it's not compared, but this was Christina's year, her 2025, when this was all going on. She randomly traveled the world and had fun while I'm sure Lauren was pretending like she was like, okay, so I decided today that I think Lauren is enjoying all of this. I think Lauren likes all of this drama. I am positive that Grayson probably doesn't like it. And I think John and all the people around her are tied up in knots because their whole life is revolving around Lauren at this point. They probably don't see it like that. But everything is revolving around Lauren. And that makes Lauren very happy. When people dismiss serious harm or manipulative behavior as just drama, they're either uncomfortable with the truth, complicit in the silence, or too far removed to understand the impact. Well, I understand it, Christina, because they wanted a tether on your little ankle and they wanted you in a federal prison. So I get it. They wanted to ruin your life. It is mean girl behavior, but it's mean girl behavior in this day and age turned very dangerous because mean girls and mean boys are very dangerous because people go too far. Social media has removed the buffer. Like people go too far. What about just like the DoorDash woman who delivered food to a guy who apparently was passed out in his own home on his couch, and for whatever reason his pants were down, But you know what was probably happening. He was either doing something or was going to go to the bathroom or something, and or was in his own home. So who cares if his pants were down, right? You should be in your own home and your pants should be down. But apparently, for his door was cracked open, and it said on the thing, the DoorDasher, the instructions were to leave at the door, not to come in the door, not to crack the door open and look in the door and take my picture while I'm passed out. None of that. It said leave at the door. So all she had to do was leave it at the door, but she didn't leave it at the door. Apparently the door was cracked open. She went in the door and she saw him on the couch. She took a photo of him and then said that he was trying to grape her or, expose himself to her. And then she put it up on the internet for everybody to see. Then she said that, and then DoorDash, she called DoorDash and she told them, and the guy was removed from DoorDash and they called the police. Well, the tide has turned and, the internet has spoken and everybody has realized that this was, it was illegal. She didn't have to do all that. She didn't have to go that far. It was unnecessary. None of it was called for. He didn't. So now she was fired from DoorDash and legal. She's being, because she put a naked photo of him up on the internet. So clicks and views. Exactly. Anything for clicks and views. And people are stupid. They're stupid. She really thought she was a victim. So just be careful out there because the world is crazy. The world's crazy. I think that's all I have. Let me go through and make sure I showed everything that I had up. Yeah, I think I got it all. Let me come on over into chat. I'm getting really stuffy. Let me come over to chat and see what that door, it was so crazy, wasn't it? I haven't paid attention to what's going on with her lately. I don't know. You're welcome. You have a blessed day too. Thank you for sending that type of blessing my way. Someone needs to clip that girl saying, I am the victim. If she didn't go in and he was hurt, she'd be blamed for that. No. She wouldn't be blamed. But, that's just my opinion. I think that Grayson and Lauren are Ruby and Jody. Yeah, they do have a lot of similarities, and we're finding that Dr. Yan did attend some things with our Jody, didn't he? I wonder if you ever met Ruby. I don't know which part you're disagreeing. I think you were disagreeing on, no? I was going to say on that she loves it. 100% she loves this. She's feeding off of it. She's living her best life right now. Although I think she is a little afraid that maybe she went too far, but she's never gonna, she's gonna make it seem like Grayson went too far. Grayson just pushed me too far. Kind of like when Gypsy Rose said that the autistic dude should have had the common sense to just walk away when he asked her to just walk away. Couldn't they just run away? It's kind of like that kind of deal. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much to NolaV3477 for the super sticker. Thank you so much to Sable07G for the super sticker. And thank you so much to, I'm pulling up my notification. To Karen for the, I forget what all these money ones are. Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. Congratulations to all the new all the new dragonflies. I don't have you because I gave out the sticker. It doesn't tell me who got the dragonflies, and I know I said it, but I had to go over onto my YouTube page and pick it up. So congratulations to all the new dragonflies. Welcome to the group. It's so good to have you. I am planning another live for us pretty soon. So yeah. I've decided that I'm going to go live with my dragonflies when I do my research for the shows. I didn't do it today because I did this one really quick in the morning. But when I do some of my research for the shows, I will take you along with me. All right. Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Share it out into the algorithm for me. Today we're coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Love you guys. If nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I do not care. I'm still telling you guys this. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
With you tonight, and it feels fine. Feels fine. Baby, I'm dancing with you tonight. Here in the blue, I'm dancing and falling out, hoping for some time with you.